Welcome back to the 3-Star channel. The content is exactly what you expect it to be. 1 star.
I didn't
What did everyone
recharge
get?
the shit.
And I rolled as we were doing that, so. 1.
Doesn't Jimber have like a baby extension cord over there?
What did you roll?
Kitchen table? I rolled a 1 earlier.
Well, I don't know what that was. I hadn't rolled and I hadn't had mine out, so I don't get the roll.
I'm pretty sure it was a 1.
Probably.
We all 4 rolled 1s.
Fantastic. We're gonna have a
He rolled a 6 earlier.
No, he rolled a 1.
No, he rolled a 6 earlier.
Yeah, because I thought I had to roll for HP. But then I realized I was level 18.
Yeah, he thought he was leveling up.
Well,
Yeah, so
we're 1 star.
1 star.
We'll make it work.
It's the brightest star in the galaxy, motherfuckers.
The sun.
Actually, no.
I know, brother. That was the joke. It's not.
No, it is not.
Hey, I found this while we were doing stuff earlier, so I really didn't need to go buy that extension cord. You have one.
Do you feel silly yet, son? Maybe
You
just a
could
little
return
bit
it if you
goofy?
still have the. Did you get the package or
Yeah,
whatever?
it's always good to have extra extension cords.
You feeling a little bit dorky?
Yeah, for your story things.
Jabari
So we
Gurky.
have, I thought you guys had rope for that.
All
Why are you
right.
using extension cords for that?
You have nice rope.
Or actually, you don't have to slide. You can just slide it this way. Slide to the right. I'm gonna get a little bit extra. Anybody okay with that?
No, I'm good.
You're not okay with that? We'll do that. Get over it.
Okay, well,
I'm good.
I can't give the recap this time because I had classwork last time, so...
No, give it. You can so give it.
Yeah, you remember what we told you?
So, you
This
know...
is your test of do you remember what the fuck we told you?
So, do you remember back when you were in high school and there were like those 2 really skanky girls who kept trying to start shit with each other, but they always just got really close but never quite hit the mark and never started fighting each other? And then one day they decided to just have the ugliest, dirtiest, rattiest brawl in the middle of the parking lot where everyone could see?
That was pretty accurate.
It's actually pretty accurate. Good job.
Like,
You
that
had
was,
it right the first time, and then you tried to fix it and you fucked it up.
like that
going.
wasn't just a fist fight between... That wasn't just a fist fight, that was a skank fight.
Yep. And then
And then I don't remember what happened after that.
What did Aramis do? Aramis
Fucked around
did
with
something.
his girlfriend.
No?
Aramis made something.
Aramis made a wish.
Oh yeah,
I told you we made a wish.
to get a list of all of Queen Titania's traitors. So,
It's everyone.
is it?
I don't know. Just the list goes back. It's like a mile long. Every name in the capital's on it.
Yeah, wouldn't it suck if Ernesto was on that list?
I did inform Megan she did not have to give us an actual physical list of names unless it was someone who was like actively Scara would know that name because that's a big ass army.
That wouldn't be funny if it was Ernesto's name was on the list. Well, you know, it's like
we
one
will
of
deal
your
with what
favorite
that
animals.
happens.
Because
if that happens.
she asked me and I told her no, we don't have to have that as a prop. It is okay. You don't have to make that.
Oh, fantastic. Let's go.
And we're waiting 2 hours to hear back from the Lycans, and then we're going to visit the Lycans, and then meeting up with the Queens in the morning
Well,
at
we're not going to
Eula's
visit the
Manor.
Lycans unless they have a problem.
We're going to visit the Lycans!
Probably gonna be a problem.
Because there's been hints of a massacre there.
LMAO, who would do that?
I don't know, maybe some old dude who just has some emotional baggage that needs to unpack.
Are you wanting to help him unpack it?
Yeah, let's help. I'm really good at ripping the baggage open. Just see me on Christmas time. I'll rip that stuff apart.
We'll unpack it into his forehead.
Where did...
So,
don't
where
think you
is
did that
everyone
last time.
currently? What was everyone doing?
I am setting up the mine, and then I'm going into the bag
No way.
to work on shit.
I was already in my room, so I just didn't even really go anywhere. I checked on Spark and Cooney.
Your parental units had been left to...
All 4 of them?
And it's like, I'm just gonna call them your parental units because
My mother and my mother?
Oh, shit.
My
your
mother?
mother and your aunt, who's your mother, who's
Your mother from a different mother?
My mom's!
Where?
your aunt who raised you, so your mom, but your actual mom who was raised as your aunt.
My sister moms!
Oh, forever say it again.
Oh, shit.
You're the one that made it.
Well,
Where is
I lost.
Spring.
What did you lose?
You know what we should have made
My note
Titania
card.
do? Freaky Friday.
The one that has all of my important
were not
inventory
here.
shit on me. I usually keep it right here.
Does anybody know where
I
the
just
small
had
water
it!
spray bottle is?
I thought you keep it in your.
I keep it with my notebook right here. I just had it out. Now
No,
it's
Deborah,
gone.
I do not.
That's
Alright.
I have no idea.
You had it
Megan,
out?
Elliot,
yeah, because I always
do you have any
sit
idea
it
what
out.
the small water spray bottle is? I remember Elliot had it on Tuesday.
Yeah, it's just sitting over there in the chair. That's where it was.
Nice.
There it is.
Hey, who's it?
Any what's it?
And why is it? What is
how's
everyone
it?
currently doing? for
This
the
is why
2
this
hours
is
they are
important.
waiting?
What?
It keeps up with our data plan, my health stuff, everything that I have in my pockets that's important for my stuff. And that's why I was like, where the fuck did it go? I was scared. You'd be like, well, we have
You
no
got
potions.
2 hours. And only 2.
I wrote
And
a
you
letter.
know that there is a chance you guys will have to leave in the middle of the night to handle a lycanthrope massacre.
I'm going to be checking in with.
And we never once
Evo.
It's not even a
talked.
massacre. You just are fearful that there is something that has occurred.
Something that occurred, yeah. I'm checking in with Evo and Farcent on the work going on at Sindrian.
Mm-hmm.
Would inform Kai about the work going on at Sindrian that I have going on.
in Sindrian?
Mm-hmm.
What's going on in Sindrian?
So
Inform Kai.
as Scarra's just kind of like going through all of his notes, he's like, I gotta talk to Evo and Farcent about what's going on in Sindrian. We'll see like they're updated. I gotta get an update. Oh shit, that's something I did. You can kind of wait a second. You kind of see like it looks like his head's hurting, and he's like, I'm blocking off the opening to the Underdark to make a safe place for some citizens at Sindrian. We're building a camp there.
Oh, cool.
Trying to get citizens out of the capital and as far to the sides as we can to protect them.
Does that mean in the future you have hopes of rebuilding it?
Ooh, damn, that's a big can of worms. I didn't know. Anyway.
What?
Another thing, I thought it would. That's where they went.
Megan didn't realize we were going there.
I didn't realize someone else would pick up that can of.
I had it in mind. I just wasn't going to do it for a while. It's going to be like,
I mean, not right
hey,
now, but like
can I
in the
rebuild
future.
there?
If I can rebuild that city back to the way that it was to make homes for my people, then yes. I guess blocking off the
Yeah, how do you spell Sindrian again?
C-I-N, right? C-I-N?
Spelled
Nope.
weird.
Or is it S-I-N?
CE?
C-E?
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, C-E-N-D-R-I-A-N.
No.
No?
No. I'm just gonna pull up the map one moment, please, while my thing loads.
I'm
Just
just
D-R-I-E-N?
Who the fuck spelled this? Why did you spell it like that? That's not how
I didn't
phonetics
spell
work.
it.
The internet spelled it. The internet spells things not phonetically.
C-E-N-D-R-I-A-N-E.
There's an E at the end of it. I spelled it right for you.
C-E-N-D-R.
What?
C-E-N-D-R-I.
Mm-hmm.
A-N-E.
I spelled it right, I just didn't put an E at the
It
end
has a
of it.
strong magic presence
Okay,
about it.
that's good. Sure it's pronounced Sindrian?
Yes.
Shit. There's so much
Phonetically,
left
that's
that I
not
have to go
how to
pick up somewhere. I gotta go fuck around in the palace.
It's similar.
And the lower capital
That's what we decided.
next to the lake.
Technically, that's what Megan said it was.
Close enough. Sorry, moving on. I didn't
I gotta
mean
fuck
to...
around in the stream of memories? That's gonna be great.
Have.
No, the stream of memory, not the stream of time.
Anywho's it?
Anyways, it's...
Anyhow, it's
Okay, we can open that can of worms another day. Sorry, didn't mean to.
So, where's
Didn't mean to
everyone
open that.
currently?
Eula set up the mine, deposited all 4 ruined grinders there, 45 Warforged 2. collect, sort, and then use leftover stones to start constructing a wall around
I don't
the
think
manor.
you understand my question. Where?
I'm at the manor.
Thank you. Speak like the
We're
people
also
who
at
would
the
watch
manor.
this do not know
Ah.
even remotely close to where you are.
I am at the manor.
We were also at the manor.
Currently
yeah.
next
No.
to the Artusa Peaks, setting up the
Oh, we haven't
mine.
went back yet.
After
We
that,
went to
I
Palace.
get 15 of the Warforge out that are more specialized to work with cattle, and they are set to the herd.
Oh.
I got cowboys.
Made cowboys.
I made cowboys.
No. Hey.
Yeehaw.
No.
No. They're cowboys, like cowboys at Ram Ranch. Physically, not like activities.
18 cowboys at Ram Ranch.
They got washboard abs, hat down. They look nice.
Sounded a
Aesthetics
little-
are important.
That sounded a little gay, didn't we? Not gonna lie.
Ram Ranch is extremely gay. The fact that you're using that as a reference is a
Because I knew you would get that.
problem.
That's it.
That is a big, yeah. He got you there. I didn't know what that was.
So,
Rather.
and then other than that, I spend the rest of the time in the bag meditating.
The heterosexual guy's day awakening, apparently.
Meditating.
Gay.
I
Bro, you
mean,
knew what Ram Ranch was.
You showed me Ram Ranch.
That's
Yeah,
even
because somebody
gayer.
else showed me Ram Ranch.
That sounds even gayer. You have not been able to tell the story without it sounding a
Moving
little bit
on,
like
gay boy.
a little bit like your gay awakening.
Does Parsons and Evo say anything back about the
They
how
are
Syndrome's going?
currently like explaining mostly inventory. I mean, like if we pull from this back stock that we have, we should be okay. And like they're like kind of telling you that instead of like pulling specifically from one supplier, they're trying to pull from multiple to keep it appearing like there hasn't been a great influx in.
Is that how Laura dresses when she's at work?
I noticed you had peeping eyes, and I was hoping you wouldn't.
Oh man, it looks good.
she's like, don't look.
It's just there's a little distinct lack of clothing there.
Nice.
Ew.
That's for Tuesday's session.
That's Tuesday's problem, Aramis.
Specifically, that's their problem on Tuesday.
Oh, that's definitely Garrus's problem.
I don't think it's a problem.
Moving on. Different campaign, different time.
Alright. You've got a completely
Peeping
different
eyes
issue to contend with.
on that side of the screen.
I can't see over the screen.
Scoot over.
I know.
Make
I was
more
talking
love to
most-
Dimber.
You'd
I
be
was talking
gayer.
mostly to Fantastic over there, who was like he almost fucking cat called a digital art.
Are you done bullying me yet?
No.
No, I'm not. You just
Look, the alternative.
flustered me.
Look, the alternative was just okay. Guess I'm gay now.
So,
Let go of me.
so you said they
Man's
pull
beard
it
is sacred,
stock
Denver.
from different areas so that it's not like you're not suspicious that there's an influx of stock being pulled from anywhere.
and
Kind
they're
of.
also trying to make sure that
Look over there. Look at me.
like it doesn't spark panic
That'll be
just
good.
yet,
Yeah.
Exactly.
and also it doesn't drain all the resources that
Yeah.
are available to call upon.
Makes sense.
Pulls a little bit from everywhere. It just seems like there's high demand, not like there's an emergency, a realm-wide emergency kind of situation. And they are like basically instructing you on how they're planning to get the supplies there, the caravans they're sending that way, and very basic, boring number crunching. That one is a little bit drony because it's very specific with them. But two, it's also like, you gotta pay attention, motherfucker. You gotta know where this shit's coming from.
It's like, I know this is droning, these two love these numbers. Oddly enough, I like these numbers too for some unknown reason.
Like these numbers are like this. They are telling
Good
you things
numbers.
that are very positive.
Why
about
is
the
this
plan
one
you
over
have.
here?
I couldn't find your
imagine
third
you probably
skeleton.
would have
Oh, okay.
re-emphasized
I was like,
there potentially being a need to keep at least two separate stacks of supplies for your current
Are you gonna
plans with the
summon some
Lycans?
for once?
Or am I mistaken on that?
No,
Probably not.
yeah. It's like also keeping it set aside. I did tell the
I need a
Lycans that I
body and I
can
have no more bones.
provide supplies for them if
I'm not
they
taking
will
upgrades.
also
We can always
provide
go
safety
with
and
the
like a
or-
protective space for some of the citizens as well.
Alrighty. Everyone else, I be talking to Scare for just a moment longer, prepare what you are doing in these 2 hours. If you need a moment to actually roleplay it, raise your hand.
That's up to you.
Edda?
You know that
The
thing I
dragon
sent
skull.
you?
Yes.
Out front.
I am working
Yeah,
on
but I'm in
designing
the
that.
palace.
Okay. You.
So I can't do it in these 2 hours.
Texted it to
But-
me, yes.
Yes.
Keep in mind.
But I think I'd need other bones for that. I don't know if she'd let me do it with just a skull.
I mean, I'll just go back.
It was originally just
I
a
have the
wish
skull.
idea,
I have teleport.
but if I can turn it
I can make
into
it
a
there.
spell that I can invent, that would be
To
cool.
find other bones.
But I did not
can collect
think
the rest of
of
them.
it as a spell originally, so I don't know what.
Well, I
level it
collected a
would be.
lot of them. That's what
Although
the
it's supposed to
crew
be
got
pretty
made out of
strong,
was
so it
its
would have to be
bones
at
mostly.
least the 7th.
They were dragon bones.
or 6.
That's why she let me have them be
Dragon
stronger.
bones on you.
Yeah, that's why I also described them as being
It is not
dragon-born
meant to be used
skeletons.
offensively.
Because they were made from dragons.
I'm not so
I should
sure
figure
about
out
how
where,
I
like,
feel
a
about this
terror
because
is
this
instead of
sounds like
galactic.
you want
We need to go
a
back.
spell that is the equivalent of a mini simulacrum on a leash.
You know, so you've watched JoJo's Bizarre Adventure, right?
No, I
No,
absolutely
she hates it.
despise JoJo's Bizarre Adventure.
She's watched, like, 5
because
minutes of the
of
first episode.
I've actually watched a full episode of JoJo's Bizarre
Oh.
Adventure, and then I watched the second one to make sure I didn't like the first one, and the answer is correct. It gives me extreme secondhand embarrassment.
I like
But no, I will not understand most references you make
it. JoJo reference.
as a reference to that.
Give me
Well,
the pineapple juices off the
Simply
top of the
due to
fridge.
my personal taste in
I thought
That
you didn't
is-
want them.
I didn't want them while I was
I do not intend to use that on any of these knuckleheads. That is solely to protect Meadow
Yo,
whenever we go to the ball. In case I am unable to do that.
We would have to specifically talk about it because the way you worded it makes it sound like
Bring the
mini
case over.
simulacrum with all of your spell slots.
Oh, no, Tensor's transformation, it doesn't allow you to cast spells whenever you're under the effects of it.
I will apparently need to do more spell crunching to fully understand what you intend with this.
Ah, yes, the true essence of D&D. Still.
Okay, here's something that might be a little bit better. You know that sort of,
Potentially talking about it after this session and working it out with multiple people to balance it appropriately.
We're not going to the ball this session. If
No.
it's something you're wanting specifically for the ball, it can be crunched after session.
There will
because I would very
also
much like to be at the
least
ball next session.
4 sessions. There will be at least 4 days between. It's not 4. It's 3.
4
Yeah.
sessions,
Not
guys.
yeah.
No.
Whole month.
No.
That's not what I meant to say. There will be at least 3 days of free time that I will have to have you guys fill in.
Yeah, I get free time.
Because we're about to finish
3 days that we're
26.
skipping to go to.
Like right now is
Yeah.
the 26th, and
So
we're
you
almost
are
at
not
9.
under any
Which is about
pressure
3
to
months for
finish
you
the
left.
spell this session.
okay.
We
I
have
just-
time to work it out,
Do what
especially
you
because
wish.
it is something you came up with today. And
Like I
I don't
literally-
have time to appropriately
I literally came up
leave that.
I literally came up with it when I was driving to class.
Yeah.
I saw you walking to class today.
But,
Okay.
yeah, you,
Sidetrack.
Let's bring it back around.
It's also like
Bring it
8 o'clock.
around. We can say that your time spent is on like spell
I'm
creation.
proud of you. You
We
can
can
open
say
your own
that.
pineapple juice for a minute.
I will say it probably will not be super progressive today. You'll probably be able to create a shadowy form, and you'll probably be able to take that, but it's kind of the equivalent of you now have to program that form to do something. Like you, because you only have 2 hours, mind you. That's not a lot of
Yeah.
time.
yeah, no, I'm not trying to achieve this like right
You
now.
don't like it?
Oh no, I was just playing with the texture because I made it cool.
Oh. I just heard texture, and I was like, you don't like it?
I'm not Elliot.
Yes.
Anyways, back to you.
Rude. Yeah, your girlfriend's like that too. That's bad. It's rude.
Apply lotion to your knuckles, crusty.
Hey, I got some lotion if you need it.
I'm fine.
It's hand repair lotion.
Okay.
He actually might need that one more
Come
than
on.
the baby lotion. Anyways, back to the actual conversation.
Squishy.
That is pretty much, for the most part, how the conversation progresses whenever they're like, oh yes, we do have that as like backstock, but we don't have anywhere to put it, so it's currently like still here at the present moment. Is there anything else that y'all need to be updated on or with?
Not from them, no. But them, it's just kind of like, when we get that, it's like, fine.
Y'all are just construction materials and
Yeah.
food supplies.
Otherwise, I'm kind of looking through like some paperwork about which, like kind of looking at the map, looking through like some paperwork about like which areas I think we should evacuate to that area
Now
most.
read.
Yeah, it's like which
That's
areas.
when it appears just
Yeah.
kind of on your
It's like
Yeah,
as I'm waiting,
spontaneous
it's
to
like
learn
these
to
are.
read, guys.
Yeah, I'll read it after. It's like which people we should like try to evacuate the most to these safe zones.
like
stuff
which
that.
areas are in the most danger.
Yeah. And I'm kind of, I'll talk, like, I'd be talking to Kai about it and asking Kai if he thinks that's
No.
important too. Huh?
Of what?
You weren't listening.
I know I zoned out a little bit because, I'm working on writing a letter, and I told you sometimes I zone out when it's not Kai's turn. That way it makes it more believable when Kai doesn't know something.
After, like, you see Scara kind of, like, actively, because, like, you're high passive, you do witness that, like, often, like, while Scara's, like, talking, he, like, doesn't make a noise, but, like, because you can see it, like, his, like, facial shows that he's, like, wincing, like, and you can tell it's probably, like, slight head pain, and it's definitely just because he's still, like, having the weird, like, memory crunches of the different memories still clashing to each other, because he still has both of them, so he'll think back to something, and it's like, oh, look, there's the other one. Ow. God, that hurt. So you actively do still, like, constantly you'll see him, if you see him, like, thinking, like, about something, like, every now and again, he'll be like,
Like massage the temple. Like
yeah, he's like, that hurt. But you
It
hear
looks
him,
like he is adjusting about as well as you expect for someone who's experiencing memories.
yeah.
Fantastic. You just love to deal with that shit, don't you?
I do, really, I do. I also like nightmares. I excel at those.
Yeah.
Fuck off.
Truly. Would you like one?
No.
So after you kind of, you probably start zoning out a lot and like looking at your papers and start writing more when you start hearing him like number crunch with his like two of his generals. Like you've heard the names, you know Evo and Varsens, but like you hear him start number
Weird
crunching.
fucking quills writing and shit.
Yeah, you start hearing number crunching and you immediately just go. But then eventually you just hear Kai, Malachi, because he's been saying Kai a lot.
Point.
I would like your help with trying to figure out which citizens I should evacuate first, possibly.
Do you have favorites?
No.
What?
You see all of a sudden there's like a map rolled out on his like desk. He's like,
Show me a map.
I'm working on it.
Go faster.
Show me the Carfax.
On the base, on the base, on the base.
if we want to speed run it, we don't have to like word this part, but it's just like I asked.
Yeah,
Kai.
I don't know what. If you want to ask Kai, Kai doesn't know what to. I don't. Like, I know
Scara,
Lens, but I really
like tells,
don't.
like talks to you, talks you there. It's like, do you think it makes sense to move these people first, and then these ones, like, and he's like pointing on the map, like the
Do you
different
want me
places.
to just agree with you? Because I don't know.
I mean, you could say no.
I know
don't know
at one
what
point.
the option is. Be like,
Say
this
no.
one, absolutely no.
Roderick lives there. I hate him.
It should do this one first before that one.
Oh my god, is
There you
that,
go.
Lord,
It's okay if you don't want to
is that Lord Gallon Odell?
bore with it.
Murk his ass.
It's like, well, here's
The Baron lives there.
Sindrian right there. That's where we're moving him to. And so Scara's like, we want to move them like the people closest to the capital out first. She's like, or like this area first. And he's like, people down here I think will be safe. So like, I don't think we got to move these guys. And he's just like, boy, and he's like, do you think we should move some of these guys? Like, you can say yes or no, but like,
Yeah,
Okay.
sure. Well, I mean, important wise, now that there's no longer going to be a war between the queens, where do we expect to have war? So I don't know where you want me to actually move them. I think that
They
Centurion
could all
probably
show
would be a
up
good
at
idea,
Centurion.
but yeah, what if we expect them to be somewhere else?
I don't know.
I cannot have that many people in my manor. I'm sorry.
You'd be like,
They're not going to your war. Honestly, love you,
There's
But on a
there's not
different
enough
note,
things. There's not enough.
I very casually have just thought to have the battle at your manor.
God, fuck
You
you.
fucking break my
You're
heart.
not having the battle of a manor. It's a defensible fort. The battle may come, but it's not going to be the main section.
I mean, they probably
I had
wouldn't
thought
get through
about
our
that,
the golems. We could just have it
There's ways.
outside.
There's ways, like the golems
Yeah, I
got.
know. I thought about it.
Where
There's
would
ways to do it.
realistically be the best place to house a battle? What
The
area?
prison of thorns.
What area of the Feywild could sustain that much damage?
The wastelands.
What about the people that live there who could be moved?
Alright, now this all of a sudden.
Honestly, I know you want to move people to Sindrian, but wouldn't it be easy because there's no one in Sindrian to try to get the war to be there instead? The Battle of Sindrian again. Then we get to rebuild after.
Then we get to have a happy ending.
There's definitely going to be lost, but like Sindrian's already not. He's already made plans to put people in Sindrian, but I mean,
It might be best to have the fight at Sindrian now.
or in the capital.
Someplace
If we
that's
move all the
already
people from the capital to the
decimated.
to Sindrian, then
Needs to be somewhere decimated, somewhere that we know well, so that we can use the terrain to our advantage.
Hey,
And
why did
defensible.
this switch? This is not supposed to
which
do
means
that.
our manor really would be fantastic, wouldn't it?
It would, but it's not big enough for a full-scale fight.
No, but the woods probably would be. Probably
I
destroy
would
the
have- we don't-
entirety of the woods.
We
around
don't
it.
know. We don't know the area around our manor. We don't know the entire. Eula doesn't know the entire land underneath Eula. You own manor and some of the land. You own partial manor and the land of the manor, but Eula owns the land outside the manor as well.
Technically speaking, the entirety of what Eula owns as property is about a quarter of the region y'all are stationed.
Eula owns about a quarter of this region. Eula will own the full region before we are done.
Oh, no,
That's
fine.
Denver.
You're good,
I gotta go kick.
and you'll be in
because
charge of it. But guess what? I'll be your boss.
The one that's the one that I got all this area from. He's right over here, and he also has some of my shit. So at some point, Eula's taking a march over this way, and he's gonna give it back whether he likes it or not.
Shit.
And that's the one lord that nobody likes. So
Nice. Oh, did you get to read the thing now? Ah,
Yeah.
shit.
Nice.
That's perfect. When I was like, so where is the war gonna be? Now you can read it.
No.
we will be arriving at your location in 5 minutes.
Be like, we're in two different places right now. Shit. I don't want to have a war on two fronts.
Okay, is this saying that the first night will be tonight or the next night?
Next time.
Okay.
Are you sharing with Ty?
No, you don't get to know.
Yeah, you can read it.
You know I'm sexy.
I'm going to say that
I'll
I
just
read it
text
out
me.
loud, but I am going to say I real quick send a message to Eula.
Oh, mark off your minutes. We're
I
sending.
didn't even re-roll how many we would have gotten.
Let me see it just for a second.
What was it to roll?
I believe it's a D4.
I think so. I thought it was a D6.
It might be a D6. I don't know.
I have it written
I
down.
thought it was written down on your minute card.
I have how many minutes it is, but I need to write down what I need to reroll. Here's what it has to reroll. It is a D6.
So there's a connection with Eula being made now. Go. Eula.
Yes.
So I got a message back from the Lycans. They are willing to work with me as long as the citizens are willing to respect their ways. They are going to be setting up a base a camp at the base of the mountain for the next 3 moons. Not tonight, but it'll start tomorrow night. Tomorrow night, do you think you can find them to meet up with them to just talk with them to actually just discuss some stuff?
If
Just certain. Then he kind of winces. He's like, God, my head hurts. Just tactics, things that we can help him with.
If I can get a set location, then yes. I can try to find them some other ways, but it'll take some time if I do that.
I can try to get a location. I'll try to figure it out. There's also going to be one set up at Ogma too for the other, for another refugee set. But I'll figure out what to do for that one. But I just thought you could deal with the one at R2, so knowing the manor is kind of right there.
Are they setting up at the manor?
Not at the manor.
Okay.
So
I don't know where the other place is. That word means nothing.
she said it, but the time is already up. We have 5 more minutes
That's
for
fine.
our data plan.
Does that say, don't we?
Or like 5 more like charges.
Does it say, aren't we near each other?
No,
No,
I'm
you're-
at the manor.
You're also
They're at the
manor.
palace.
Oh, okay.
We are here. They are there.
Oh, okay.
You can walk there in about 45 minutes, I believe, to an hour.
Yeah, it's like it's a hefty walk.
Mainly because the maze, you get time distortion across, or like spatial distortion across there. So it's further. It looks further apart on the map, but you're able to walk faster because the maze just kind of you out.
And since he hasn't went back to the manor, I literally said you're not gonna be alone again. So I literally won't let him go to the bathroom.
Titania just left out my door, right?
I mean,
Yep.
they didn't necessarily like go back to.
Oh yeah, they hadn't left. Did they?
I don't-
They had gone to. I remember that they had just finished their fight. I don't know what happened past that.
I don't know where they went. Where did?
I don't
They
think we've
just
been
left
told.
to prepare. Remember, y'all were supposed to have a meeting the next morning
Yeah.
to figure out where y'all are going from here.
Yeah. Did either one of like?
They also had to go to seek medical help.
Okay. Are
They
they?
kind of
well,
thickety fucked them each other up.
Did AS go back to her court, or did she?
Yes, I'm assuming that yes.
Don't know.
You don't know. No one
Okay.
asked.
I'm going to
Such
after
a calming name.
I tell
for wolf.
Kai, I'm going to be like, let's head to the medical wing to see if the queens are still there.
Nice. Magic wing queens, less nice.
So that's where we're going. You can jump to see what they're doing if you want, but we're gonna head to the medical wing real quick.
I said the two
You
things.
guys do have to, for the most part, rest.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Well, I don't.
I mean,
You
You
do
do.
still have to rest.
Yeah,
You can't.
we don't have enough time to do a long rest yet, so
you guys have to still rest to, at minimum, get your things back.
yeah. But it's going to be a
Even
long
if
rest
the
for that.
requirements aren't quite there, but
Setting up the two things that we talked about, and then I'm in the bag for the rest of the 2 hours, so 2 days. Doing meditations.
Yeah, I was like, I didn't do
So
that.
that's why I didn't have to rest.
alrighty.
Okay, now try conjuring a sword. No, that's a stick. I mean, it's close enough, but not quite close enough. And it's gone. Okay.
Stick.
Back to the drawing board. Turns out you do have to carry the two. Fuck. This sucks.
He did something good. Praise him. I'm not there, but he's doing
Like,
the
he
good
found a
things.
hammer and he's just like,
I'm going to have to instill martial prowess in this thing magically. Well, congratulations. You discovered the first secret to being a martial master, and that's that you can hit stuff. Yeah.
Praise him.
Good job. Okay. You can stop hitting stuff.
Now it's fun.
There's a buffer of fire somewhere.
No, it was still a situation at the beginning.
Do what?
Know how it was still a situation at the beginning.
This is it. Yes,
this
it
is
is.
what you wanted, yes?
You wanted a child.
Kind of.
Rando.
It's okay. So you don't actually need to just hit stuff over and over.
Like, you have no idea where the hammer has come from. You did not have a hammer.
Where did you even get that?
He
I
conjured
don't
it.
have a hammer.
You said stick, he said hammer. Better.
A hammer is not quite a stick. Alright, you don't need to keep hitting things.
It's like, he's not even hitting it hard. He's just
It's
right at the table where you're writing shit and trying to figure out how to do it. He's just,
pure annoyance.
Alright, you don't need to actually hit something unless it's trying to hit the person you're bonded to, or the person you are bonded to commands you to hit them.
Would be like.
bunk. The little
Yes.
metal
don't you?
Understood. Bonk.
Gotta get some dents knocked out.
Cease hitting.
Bonk. Understood.
Just
Just
be
stop
still.
laughing.
I need to do some napkin math real quick.
Megan's getting practice for years in Meadows, child.
For fuck's sake. Alright.
The hammer clinks to the floor.
It's gone.
No, it's not. It's just, it clinks to the floor. You actually had a hammer. You have no idea where the fuck this hammer came from.
Where's my hammer? I'm kidding, Eula's not there.
Hey, did you lose a hammer?
She's not there.
Are you calling on the stone?
You
Part
are,
of me
aren't
wants
you?
to.
God damn
We're
it!
gonna get more time the next day.
Do what you want. Come
We
on.
don't get that much.
Do it. Do it if you want to.
It's
Use
1d6
the
minus
chaos.
1 with a minimum of 1.
Use the chaos.
Go ahead.
Hey, did you lose a hammer?
Turn it over.
It's a direct call, so it's a little bit less.
It only costs 2.
Hey, did you lose a hammer?
I don't know.
Wow, this has been extremely helpful.
Of
Okay,
course
so
you think so.
someone might be missing a hammer. I have no idea where this thing got one, but someone is missing a hammer.
What thing?
What
has a hammer?
I may be trying to create a new spell.
Okay.
Now we're worried.
Spectral Guardian. It'll protect my girlfriend from harm.
Alright. Do you want to learn a little bit about, like, summon Draconic Spirit? And maybe bounce off that?
I mean, honestly, at this point, anything, because I'm trying to do this raw, like just from scratch.
In the
So
call now,
far-
please.
No, I'm gonna explain this.
I
He
have
said,
a
I'm trying to create
yeah.
this to protect my girlfriend.
I'm gonna do it raw. Trying to go raw dogging it with my girlfriend.
Good job proposing.
Spectral condom.
Shut up. Continue.
And so I'm trying to do this from scratch, and so far the results are very mixed.
I'm at the mine in the bag if you want to come talk about something.
Why would no? I have chalkboards here. I have like equations written in 3 different languages.
I'm talking about if you want to catch up on the spell and let me teach you it or show you it.
I guess. Honey, I'm gonna be going in a I'm going to be going in a pocket dimension for a little bit.
I'm in the ice gazebo.
You're coming with me.
Fuck.
Go where? Why am I even saying this? I'm supposed to be wiggling my fingers. And,
Nothing else.
And that's what you look at. It's off. Just be wiggling my fingers and.
Boogly boogly.
We're almost out of minutes for the day, guys, because you won't let me like regain all of them.
Not
I'm
allowed.
sorry.
It's
I
okay.
don't
You're
know
good.
how to message someone.
This great. I love it.
learned.
Efficient for
No.
hitting.
So,
You
we
can hit
use
multiple
them
times with 10
on-
things.
do you have a hammer?
Okay.
Well,
There's
fine.
a lot of hammers where you live.
You are going to follow me. You go where I go, and I'm trying to do like
The worst sign language I've seen in my
somatic
life.
things.
Trying to use some hand signals
And I go
of
to-
absolute bullshit.
And I go to the bag.
Whenever you enter the bag, there is a gazebo that has had like some ice put near it, around it. It's weird. And Eula's just in the center of it. Sitting crossed legs, got her hands in front of her with her eyes closed. Just breathing.
Hey Mom, what's Margaritaville?
A lot? What do you need?
This. And I'm just gonna point towards the thing.
Funk.
Seems to be working.
Not as intended. This is supposed to be a fierce warrior spirit, not Minimus with 90% of his brain missing.
I'm done with this.
And he goes over to you.
Hands over.
Threat detected.
Oh shit.
That's not a threat. It's not trying to harm me.
Paper cut. Funk.
Okay,
Funk.
Eula holds out a piece of paper.
You have
It's
a
not-
lower level Baymax on your
it
hands.
is not. But Listen, it is not. You don't attack someone based off a potential threat. You only
Get a slight cut. I want to know if that disinfectant comes out of his finger. Cut yourself.
This is making what I'm doing kind of difficult.
It has bumped your titty at least once due to its poor aiming setup.
I can
It'd be like
tell
already
that,
tested
but
titties.
so far it follows commands about as well as we do.
Written down is the spell Summon Draconic Spirit. It kind of just explains more about the spell, what you have to do, Eula-esque terms. So it's like you need to dance and shake your butt at this degree.
Shake that ass. Shake that moneymaker.
Envision
shake
the
that
guardians of old emerging from your mind.
Wiggle, wiggle,
Just a
wiggle.
bunch of like weird Eula-esque relations to how you would
It has
perform.
at least bonked both of your titties in
You.
its aiming setup.
You.
Would you like to get better at bonking things?
Bonk. I am bonking successfully.
Would you like to bonk harder or bonk things more accurately?
Why?
Because that is
I don't
what
know.
you are.
It seems like that's what you're enjoying.
Bonk.
Because you are designed to.
Hey,
you are-
look! There's the thread over there, and I point towards your Warforge soldier. Should be fun.
I'm trying to create some.
Threat detected.
Okay, so you know how we're.
Don't hit it! I start saying that to the Warforge after a second. I'm like, wait a second! Don't hit it!
It was like, no, I can do it, but the Warforged will break it.
The Warforged.
Warforge will destroy that!
The Warforged win.
The Titan really went.
You see, like, your little creation bonking its fist.
Oh, shit.
They're fist bumping at this point. Just
So I'm trying to create something that's like Minimus but can actually fight instead of having to cast spells. And so I thought, well, it doesn't need to have most of its form dedicated to spellcraft, so I took out most of its smarts. And there we go. I'm trying to make something that will protect her and only her. That will not just randomly fly off and start stabbing stuff. And that will hit a little bit harder than just lightly tapping something with a hammer.
Bonk.
This is
You'll roll a perception check.
Do I get to guide myself?
No.
That is dog crap.
You were meditating. Why would you have guided yourself?
Absolute dog crap.
your eyes were closed. Of course you didn't see shit.
10. I rolled a 3.
Not your hammer. You don't think? Maybe?
It's fine, I have one.
No. Okay, this is a fucking hammer. Not your concern, even. Maybe? You'd have to inspect it, honestly, but it's a hammer. It has bonked your titties.
Nice.
It is now currently bonking your Titan.
Do you want me to dispel it so that it's not just...
If you're still working on it, then I don't care what you do with it, because you're going to need to learn as much as you can. Maybe try... I know that whenever my magic is a lot different from yours, mine is more emotional and connected, so that's how I've kind of emotionally connected with all of the things that I've made, so I have a different connection than yours. Yours is logical. I don't ever want to make another simulacrum, as for the risk of destroying what I have been able to give a second chance to, that is Eulila. But you like to reuse yours multiple times, and you're a lot more logical and mathy with it.
Yeah, because it's like a shovel. It's an extremely advanced shovel, but that's what it is. There's no sentience in that. There's no sapience. There's no emotion. There's no
I feel bonk.
You feel the tactile input of hitting something with a hammer, so that you can adjust and strike again accordingly.
Yeah.
The nature of your existence is not the same as his or hers.
Huh?
Okay. I'm going to dispel you, so you're going to go away now. Hopefully next time when I create you again, it won't be so bad.
It's fantastic. Hopefully it won't be so bad next time.
And I dispel it.
The hammer drops to the ground.
Fantastic.
It was a small hammer.
Why do I feel guilty every time I do that? Like, it's literally like just melting snow.
Because you want to tell yourself that they're just numbers. Yeah, you actually have feelings for all the things that you keep creating. Because you don't want to be like your father.
Damn.
Try
You don't
looking
look like
at the spell Create Homunculus, and
I don't know that one.
I don't know it either. I just know that it has something to do with making something come to life that has a set of things that it does.
Well, okay, let's do it, because if anyone has a thing on Create Homunculus, we got it from the tower, so... See you later, I guess. I'm gonna go back to the drawing board until we find out about the lichens. Or do I know it?
I think his spell was great success.
I think it was beautiful.
It's a good start.
It detected the threat and it bombed it.
So now we schlorp on back to the drawing board. And we continue that forward.
The word in jokes.
Yep, schlorp.
Word in English.
Schlorp.
You give nothing to the last statement that Aramis said?
Back to the drawing board.
No.
Which one?
Back to the drawing board. Until we get word about the lichens.
Yeah.
Did I not know that? Was I not supposed to know?
Oh wait, yes. Sorry.
We're expecting
Sorry, my
Eula
mind.
has word about the lichens. You said
Does-
until we get
Do
word.
I actually have word from Scare at this point? Because I know that we're all doing this at the same time.
Yeah.
Alright,
You
so-
just forgot. You'd be like, oh wait, we actually do.
Oh, by the way, we got word from them. They're going to be setting up a camp somewhere along the Aretusa Peaks, and apparently I'm supposed to meet them tomorrow and do some diplomacy shit.
Well, if anyone can talk a room full of wolf people into behaving, it would be you.
Oh, well, thank you.
Mostly because you can talk anything that's not God into doing whatever you want. And even then, it's kind of up in the air because you managed to convince two gods who you hated. Well, no, that was him.
Yeah.
But you helped.
Actually, you know how you have Wish, darling?
Yeah.
Try using the Wish to cast the 7th level spell, Create Magden.
Magen?
Magen. Whatever the fuck you call it. I'm bad at pronouncing it. It's weird common.
It's really sad to sound like every time.
This bitch really said, I now know all languages. I can comprehend everything.
Y'all don't know that?
We literally heard you speak all of them.
No, you didn't. You weren't there. You were all brain goopy at that time.
Oh.
You said brain goopy. Oh, excuse me. Want to say
I think that's
that?
exactly what you're trying to cast, is it not?
No. I don't think so. Okay, so you know the Shadow Knight or whatever the fuck from that one Legend of Zelda game?
Mm-hmm.
That's what I'm trying to do. I don't know enough about Zelda to know which one that is.
Has it as a reference for one of his spells?
Do what?
Has it as a reference for one of his desire to create
Actually,
spells?
It was the closest thing I could think of.
You know that one guy from that one big franchise? Yeah, that one?
Yeah, that one.
One that spans several decades. That one.
The one where Zelda is...
I have a feeling I'm rolling a disadvantage on my roll for that day.
The one where Zelda is like the Shadow Armor or something.
Yeah, we got it.
Anywho's it's...
Any what's it?
Do I find them in the medical wing?
Actually, You do not. So, do you guys need to roleplay the rest of the evening, or do you want to cut over to the morning?
Cutaway gag.
We can't get over to the morning because after I didn't find them there, I'm like, I literally am supposed to be meeting with them in the morning. I can just tell them this information there.
Yeah, so do we go back to the manor?
Guess we can go back.
Where
to
do
the
you
manor.
spend the night?
Since we're traveling out with our companions in the morning, should we not go back to the manor?
Go back to the manor.
Okay, then we go back there and then we rest.
I'll take Spark to the manor because God, I don't want her destroying anything in this damn palace. We'll love her to death, but
Trust
Going to bitch.
Trust.
I will need you to roll an animal handling. Check this disadvantage.
Oh, damn, why does she not want to leave the palace?
no, she
Oh.
doesn't want. She doesn't like me right now.
No.
What the fuck did
Or
you do?
she just started loving the palace all of a sudden.
No. She wants your bed.
That's
It's a
the
comfy
I
bed.
rolled a fucking nat 20.
good job.
You go promise me a bed at the manor.
She's had a taste of sleeping in a bed now. She's like,
23 was my disadvantage.
How the fuck was it a
I rolled a 15 on my disadvantage.
Nice.
I have a 15 plus 8 for animal handling.
show the 21st.
Is successfully encouraged to leave only after offering up your pillows and blankets.
Took my pillows and blankets off my bed right there.
Yes.
You gotta take them with you. Be like, okay, fine.
Like she starts hoarding them.
That is her hoard. She is a dragon that hoards comfort.
Spark, can I not just get you?
Nope.
You need my specific. Okay. Got it. It's because I was gone when.
Living Bigby's hand. Interesting.
It's because I was gone and these smell like me, isn't it?
There you go.
Like it's just
You can trade one of
essentially
these.
what happens is it appears to be the equivalent of like a cat hissing at you,
One of these three.
Yes.
but as a dragon.
We will
Challenge
take them.
rating
We will, I am sorry.
3, 1. You can look at those. That basically looks like what you want.
Guess I stick all of my fucking pillows and blankets in my.
Oh no. One of the pillows is being held by Sparks the whole trip.
Okay. Sorry.
You can just be wrapped up in the blanket.
Okay.
Don't you have a bag of holding?
I was putting them in the bag holding.
Okay,
That's
I was
what
like,
doing.
are you gonna just carry?
No,
I was
I-
gonna let them carry them
No,
all, but I was
I
like,
said I was putting them in the bag of holding, and then
Okay.
she said no, but the one pillow. So I go to get everything, and Spark grabs the one pillow, and I'm like, you can carry that. Okay.
we're back.
Spark is
Very sweet.
prancing whenever you see her next.
Fantastic.
Like, has the pillow.
Are you guys ready to go?
Yep.
Like, I would have been watching the entire time.
The
I'm not
bed is,
kidding.
like,
He
stripped
doesn't get to go to the
bare.
bathroom by himself. I'm not
Just
leaving him
do
alone.
You have the mattress.
The mattress is still there.
Oh, thank God.
The sheets are not.
You have a box spring and a mattress, and that's it.
All the bed furnishings are gone. Alright. Let's go.
Fucking.
And then we rest.
My poor maid in the morning when she comes in, she's like, where did it go?
Privilege speaking over there.
Rip.
I just collect it all, get on Spark, and
There's
start
a
flying
named
back
maid
to
too.
the. Yeah.
No, let's grab it later over.
I know, but like you
I
can
forgot what
use
her
this as
name
a
was
jumping
because I
point.
haven't had to say her name in a
And you
while,
know you
but
can
it's in a
use
book.
Wish to cast it. It's a 7th-level spell, and you can go from there.
I did name her though.
Anyway,
So we get back to the manor.
we wake up.
Is anybody at the manor when we get back to the manor?
Oh yeah, Aramis is there. At this point, Eula would have come out of the bag and was at the manor.
Meadows should be here.
Eulila's here some fucking where.
Is she here?
She's on the manor somewhere.
Currently, Eula
She
left
just-
Eulila as like acting mistress of the manor at the moment.
Yeah,
Whenever
feel
she's
like-
on.
She's in charge of general day-to-day upkeep and stuff with it.
I mean, I feel like that's a great idea, but also a terrible idea at the same time.
Terrible idea for y'all. Great idea for me. Now there's two of me.
Yeah, I know, that's the problem. That's the part that I think is a
She's
terrible
more
idea.
melancholy than Eula.
Do we actually have beds to sleep in?
Yes, we had beds last time.
Yeah, they have beds.
Yeah, but since they now decided to start remodeling, we left.
We have since slept there.
Have we?
Yeah,
Yes.
there's people
Right
living
before
there that
you
are
left and
remodeling
forgot who we
because
were.
the grove grew around them. And they think that they're stuck there now.
Yeah, like y'all have just had like construction workers who feel eventually like
So,
kind of trapped a little bit. 'Cause
Does
they didn't know they could leave.
does Spark leave
They
my
can't leave
side, or
now.
do I have to
They
make
can
like a
now, finally.
pallet in
No,
the
'cause of the war, they
floor
can't leave.
of
They gotta
mine
stay
and
here
Kai's
safe.
bedroom for Spark? Do my
Pallet
pillow?
is funny, haha.
Oh, she sleeps in the bed with us.
Absolutely no.
She sleeps in the bed, you sleep on the pallet. AKA the floor with the rug pulled over you.
Absolutely no. There's plenty of beds here. She can have her own goddamn bed in a different room. This bed's mine.
She gets like to her smaller size in order to like be in the bed, but like
She still takes up the entire bed.
this is like a large
This is
joke.
not. No.
Yes.
Is my bed big enough for 3 medium creatures?
It better be.
The fuck
Eula
is
knocking?
Yeah, not
Oh.
gonna let her
Door.
Just Scara, who's just like basically, I guess now under Spark.
I haven't laid down yet. I'm like, this is
Come
not
in.
going to work.
You don't see Scara.
You see a blue dragon butt.
I can need to speak to Scara for a second whenever he's free.
I don't think that's going to happen.
Does Spark give Eula a response since Spark can actually talk to Eula?
Fine. And
I
she
really got to
pushes
learn
you out.
Draconic. Damn, on the other side of the bed.
You just
You're
see Scara all of a
such-
sudden just go flop on the floor, and he's like,
And
Is
she
there,
like
is there
nuzzles down
trouble
in
in
your
paradise or something?
I think
Apparently.
I was gone for too long.
You were.
spot. And like the head pokes up of the dragon and is just like doesn't even offer you a verbal
Switches
response.
to Draconic. I really think that he maybe needs to get seared on the bottom with some lightning for his leaving behind, but that's just up to me. That's just me.
And like
No.
like lifts up and then like
Maybe
shows you
like
the
a-
pillow. Right back
Yeah,
on
We're gonna
top
have
of
to
it.
buy him pillows apparently now.
Yes.
Alright, darling. Needed to pick your brain about day-to-day life.
Alright, are you wanting to pick my brain in here, or are you wanting to pick my brain somewhere else?
Doesn't matter, whichever's more comfortable for you. It's a lot of technical stuff.
Doesn't matter for me, but I know if you tried to walk out this room, Kai would be following, so I mean, I
You're
guess...
not getting rid of me.
I figured as much.
Or mostly, he's not getting rid of me.
How does individuals living on your land work here? I know in the material plane it works kind of like you pay rent every so often, either through money or crops or services. Because apparently I have a bunch of land from it's from some
Baron.
Baron, sure. And I need to figure out what I need to do with all the people that are living there, and if I need to do anything.
It depends on the person. Some people make them pay. Some people let them live there for work. It depends on what you want. Basically, it's your land to barter. Most people, if you want to be good, you just let them barter work. Like how all the people that currently are working in here, like in your kitchen, they get to use your supplies and food, but
Yeah.
and you don't pay them because they get to live on the land.
Fun. Alright. That is also on my list whenever I talk. Kai, darling, I'm stealing the ship tomorrow. I got too many places to go, and I need to get there relatively fast.
Are you not going to talk to the Lycans with us?
I gotta talk to the Lycans, and then I gotta go around the area talking to most of the large places here, and then the small places that there's not.
Are we not going with you?
I didn't know if you were going with me or not. based on the prince's message, it sounded like I might be going alone. But if you want to come, I'm fine with that too. It's always fun.
Well, the
What
last
do we
time
need to do other than talk to the Lycans?
You can come up if you want.
Well, I have a lot of stuff. I could go with Eula to make whatever decisions Eula makes with the people that lives on this land more legally binding by signing off on any kind of contract she decides with the people on the land. It would make it where they can't say anything against it, and what they say is actually what they have to do. It'll save you trouble in the long run.
I mean, I'm fine with that too. I'm fine with also making them promise things if necessary.
A lot of people don't like doing promises when it comes to their land. They like contracts better.
It's more along the lines of if necessary.
I know. The contracting would probably be easier.
Okay.
Otherwise, I just have to keep corresponding with Evo and Farsons. But other than that, I don't really have anything other
Is
than
there
the
anything?
plans.
Is there anything you're specifically wanting out of this arrangement that I need to know before I go in? Anything you're not willing to give up?
For what?
I don't know. I don't know. Honestly, I
What
just know I'm
arrangement?
talking there.
Are you talking to the Lycans?
Yes.
Oh, no. The Lycans, all we're needing to do is I need to know what their rules are that they want us to follow. I pulled this out. Like, I gave you a very brief because I know the thing doesn't work very well, but I need to know what rules they're wanting our people to follow so that I can be able to talk to them properly.
Pause for skimming. Hermes, what have you been doing?
Waking up.
You still haven't technically went to sleep yet.
We can skip to that part. This
Yeah.
was the last thing before we went
Yeah.
to bed, or at least for
Yeah.
everything. It's role played.
I fell asleep at my desk. Then I wake up, there's a piece of paper stuck to my head.
Fantastic.
Who has been successful tonight?
I'm making something completely from scratch, so a little bit, yeah. But everyone's gotta start somewhere.
It's a
You're not going well?
shit that meadow in show.
Not particularly.
Is that Fenrir?
Yes. That was like
It's
basic
not-
as shit to go for name.
I made that name.
Aggressive enough.
Basic as shit to
Isn't
go for
that
name.
like the one of the
The
Viking god like killer monsters? Like they
What is
killed Fenrir,
yeah, it's Loki's
son that ends up
Odin.
killing gods.
Yeah,
Yeah,
the one that
Odin
is.
kills Fenrir.
The one
Yeah,
that
but like
is-
Fenrir kills other gods or has the ability to.
Yeah, typically
Nice!
all the gods do, but yeah.
Fenris, he's chained to something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And he took one god's arm because it was like, can you break out of this? Can you break out of this? We need to chain you up so you can't. And he's constantly straining against it. And eventually he breaks out and wreaks havoc and destruction.
Yep, Ragnarok.
So basically, right before we go to bed, it's like I honestly am just
So basically,
needing you to ask them what.
Oh, I
these-
can easily work with that.
What these rules they needed to be followed are, so that whenever I address the people, I know what to ask of them.
I'm gonna need to specify. I guess if I take that one's hand off and replace it with a normal hand and then put a quill, get proficient with dexterity, and then Eula just kind of like drowning off in herself and just kind of like heads off towards her bed.
Good night.
Good night. I'll see you in the morning.
I guess we're making a paladin for.
No, I'm getting into bed.
There's no way we're.
We're fitting. It's gonna make it work.
This is gonna be the worst night's sleep I've ever had.
No, I just sleep literally basically on top of you, and then Spark's right on our side, and then we're
Yeah,
fine.
like I said, this is literally the worst night I've ever had.
Better be your best fucking sleep you've ever had in your life. Shut the fuck up. Rolled an even number. I get to not have a nightmare.
Good job.
Good sleep.
good soup.
Anyway, so what's happening?
Everybody wakes
when you wake
up.
You wake up, somehow Spark is between you and Kai. Like,
Literally the worst night I've had.
Kai wakes up expecting his boyfriend's head to be on his chest and instead finds Spark. Dragon breath.
So sweet in the morning.
And then
Extra spicy.
you find...
I roll over and I like go to
Spark's,
like put my
tail.
hand on
You
like
get Sparks.
I go to put my hand on like Kai and then I'm like that's scales.
It's not hair.
Like
What? That's
And,
No.
like, y'all are covered up with, like, 2 wings that are, like, just splayed across y'all.
Fantastic.
Dragons are heavy.
Whenever
by
she
the way.
breathes out, little electrical sparks. Just
Dragons are heavy, by the way.
Yeah, I'm just.
Crack that stone pelvis.
I'm going to like wiggle out of the
Check, check.
underneath the bed, underneath
shimmy,
her.
shimmy, shimmy.
Shimmy, 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 shimmy. Ah, shimmy, eh.
No,
La, la,
I'm
la, la.
stuck. I can't move.
What'd you get?
I rolled a whole just straight dex.
7.
10. Yeah. I'm
You
trying to
shimmy.
wiggle and I'm like,
You shimmy, and instead what ends up happening is, like, one of the back legs gets kicked up.
I
It's like,
I go to move.
razor sharp claws.
Yeah, I go to move and then all of a sudden it's like everything just gets pinned down and I'm like, she knows I was moving. Like,
Wouldn't it be? Oh, that's good. Alright, so we had a long rest. Good.
Yep.
I get my shit back.
just laying there. I'm like, Spark, I'm hungry.
Time to wake
Not awake.
up.
I'm not awake.
Bed.
You could get up.
Can I get up? I'm not
You
just
need
trapped by
a
a
dex
bed.
check at disadvantage.
Why a disadvantage?
Spark's head is on you.
Well, I'm stuck.
What'd you get?
That's bullshit.
Why
Does it have to be a disadvantage?
What's your second one in that 20?
The second one's a 19. 5. No. This problem like bad dogs. Never sleeping in the bed again. Spark gets her own goddamn bed. Your pillows and shit go in that bed.
Well, I think after maybe it was just a tonight thing, hopefully, that it was just because I kind of went missing from her.
You feel that I'm glaring at you, like, over Spark's head.
No more dragons in the bed. No.
Okay, do we have to wait for someone to rescue us then? Do you want us to re-roll? Does she eventually wake up?
She will not wake up for a while.
You have to get some help.
Phone friend, maybe.
No, speaking of.
How many minutes did we get back?
5.
Nice.
Hot damn.
I rolled a 6. So.
So you can contact Eula, right, without having to use the stone, because I can't get the stone.
Yeah, I can't either. It's in my bag.
I like the mundane troubles. What is the current mundane troubles?
Why is this the
Bad
mundane
guy.
problems we have to deal with? Just let me out of bed.
No, fuck you. Deal with the large pet.
No, I'm gonna try to push her off of me.
Roll
More
a
onto Skara.
Strength check at disadvantage.
Good luck with that.
I have my hand free.
What about her stats? You're not listening.
Huh?
Oh yeah, you want me? I
16.
forgot I had to roll it contested.
She's asleep. No. Don't roll good. I rolled decent-ish with disadvantage. Please roll bad. You rolled bad for yours. Please roll bad.
And she doesn't have a good now.
Damn it.
16.
What'd you get?
16.
Nothing.
God damn it!
God damn it, dragon.
Why do you weigh so much? This is why we can't have nice things. don't want to use a spell slot.
Don't you have just message? It's a cantrip.
I don't have message. I have sending. I don't think I have message.
Message is a cantrip as long as they're within 120 feet.
Sure.
Are you within 120 feet?
Yeah.
You should
With
be.
this
I don't have message either.
It
though.
should be.
What did you say?
So that'll push her off of me.
And then help me up. Or hopefully that wakes her up.
I love this. This is
With my disadvantage,
Well, it's a
I
new
rolled
day.
a
I
12
could just
and she rolled
focus,
an 8.
pick up message, and message you.
Am I ready? She shifts a little bit.
Like, well, I got the wing a little off. A little bit.
Like, you're able to possibly shimmy out here to get a good dex.
For today.
What stumps our triumphant heroes?
Fucking dragons.
I got a 17.
A dragon.
Are you awake?
A
You're
dragon.
able to shimmy.
After I moved the wing, I was like,
literally, you look like a worm shimmying. Like, you're just...
I finally get up and I'm like,
I can't even learn message. It's not for cleric.
A dragon
That's
has
why I didn't pick
vanquished
it up.
our mighty heroes.
I love how while she was shimmying, Eula walked by the door and then walked on the steps and was like, "Hey, Aramis, are you awake?" So you would have heard it just in the background.
gonna.
Screaming.
Where were the other dragons?
Mint and Scarlet are kept in the bag right now. I'm pretty sure Aiden is just out on the area, so he's
Yeah,
wherever
bet I
he
would have been
wants
like,
to be.
Okay, I'm gonna open the window. That's what I was saying. I was gonna open the window and be like, I don't think he actually understands me. It's fine. I'm gonna open
He
the
knows
window.
his name.
And I'm gonna open the
and
window and be
common.
like, Aiden! I can't hear him, so like,
No.
I can't talk to him, so I'm like tired.
Just looks.
Get your sister off of me, please. She's bigger than me. Please, I need to get up and do things. If you want breakfast, you have to get her off.
And then it's like...
He
And
does.
it like leaves her away from the window and like... Some time passes.
As he's coming inside, he's like, I can't fit to that window.
Slow as shit.
Like walking. He did not run to you.
Gotta open the door.
You get cold breakfast, I swear.
And he's just like...
Hello.
Slightly mischievous grin appears.
What?
And he pushes Spark. Your side. You both fall.
That works. I'm out from under Spark now.
You
Yes.
get landed on
you're
top
underneath
of partially by sleeping Sparklet.
Ooh.
Fuck!
You're out of the bed. She's now on top of you, awake.
Less
Kids.
than proper placement for paws.
Oh,
Very less than proper
You
placement
got hit in the nuts.
for
that
paws.
is extremely rude. I thought we were time skipping waking up, and instead you're like, no, suffer.
Nut tap.
Please don't have to worry about any more children. Get off.
And she just is like, oh.
I so thought you were gonna be like, she fucking needs biscuits.
Absolutely not.
These stones are hard. They need to be soft.
No.
Soft like clay.
Because I actually opened the door for Aiden to come in. I'm just standing there. I'm like, hey, Spark. Breakfast.
Testicular
She grabs a
torsion
pillow
wizards
and
are always
starts turning her
active.
way down. Like,
Right
it's
up
like
to the
on
moment
her
of
head,
cast.
like...
Mend butt crack.
Create kidney stones.
Gonna just get her a stuffed
Mend
animal.
butt crack.
Of me?
Mend
That
butt
doesn't
crack.
have to be a few, but I think she would fucking love that if we
What
just
if
got her a
Aramis
stuffed
could
animal.
make a simulacrum of me for the day and he could just stay with her? So there's
don't think that's
always
how that
me.
works.
as
Yeah,
the
no.
day.
It's
Simulacrum.
any creature within the entire time of the
Oh,
casting.
anyone? Oh, cool.
You could do it on Titania if you wanted to.
Absolutely
And
not.
then she could just always have me, but I could do my other stuff today.
If you want him to cast his 9th level spell for that, you can
I
ask.
don't.
You
It's
need to
fine.
give me 1,500. You need to give me 1,500 gold pieces worth of crushed ruby dust.
No, you don't. You could just use Wish to cast it, and you don't have
I'm
to.
not going to do that.
Okay.
Respectfully. I'm not going to use my mind levels. You are a good friend of... Wait, I'm not even awake yet.
Exactly.
Eula came and
You're
talked
not
to
there.
you. He was like, hey, you're awake.
Alright, we leave
fuck
and
off. Oh,
converge
Wake up.
hopefully
We
downstairs.
got
again.
stuff to do.
it's warm.
It's not actually a bed, it's just like a little layer of leaves that were placed on you. On your desk that you fell asleep at, remember?
Yeah, you fell asleep at your desk.
Jeff, oh, that's right.
It's like a little
No
bit
bed.
of moss.
Oh, this is surprisingly comfortable.
You want to sleep in those leaves, don't you?
If you ever say that...
Nestle in deep.
I want to
you
drown
ever,
in your forest.
if you ever say that again, I will...
You know, this is the real reason he doesn't want a body again yet, because he's terrified he's gonna want to fuck Meadow. And that it could actually do something.
Urge.
If you ever say that again, I will cast mend on your asshole.
What?
Or I'll use Wish to give you kidney stones.
I'm assuming this is all out of character because that's what mine was.
No, that was in character.
Eula didn't say anything
didn't
like that
say
in
anything.
character.
You
was
know
just
what this
dimmer.
mean first.
Oh my god.
Aramis was daydreaming.
Whatever, darling.
Okay, what?
We get to be diplomats today. Are you ready?
I suck at that. You guys hate it when I try to talk my way out of situations.
We just have
You're
to
going
be
to
there.
be there for aesthetics.
Yeah, you're just gonna look cool. Same for some of us.
Yeah, you guys don't want to actually.
I want you for a lot of other things besides that, but you're the one who said that you're not that good at talking.
Yeah, because every time I
You're
try,
his mother.
every time I try to,
I don't know why you're upset about that.
because every
I
time,
think, did anyone else get
I
that?
did.
every time I try to use
You're
my
there for
words,
aesthetics.
it's
No. What you said about Aramis.
You said I want you for other things, but
Oh my god.
Meadow has a dirty mind.
you guys are weird.
Oh, that was Meadow?
No.
Okay. That's fine.
that was
You
Megan
perverts.
Bond.
Just make it dorky.
Yeah, but every time I try to use my words, it's no, Aramis, don't do that. No, Aramis, don't say that we have the prince.
No, Aramis. This
No,
is an
Aramis,
hostage
don't-
situation.
No, Aramis, mayonnaise is not an instrument. No, Aramis, don't try and talk to the queen of the Feywild.
Do you need me to get Kai?
We have to have a quick therapy session every morning. Do we need to
I don't want
roleplay
to deal with
those
your
real
problems
quick?
right now, Aramis. Do I need to get the therapist?
Do we need to roleplay those real quick that we start having sessions?
I need somebody to help me figure out why this stupid spell isn't working correctly, but we don't have time to do that
Can I
because
do
we
a
have
quick Arcana check, look over what he's done?
work to do or some gay shit like that. Why are you
Hello again.
still here? I just spelled 2 hours ago.
Hello again.
You made me in your sleep, and I'm deceived. I'm beating all the threats.
And then it scuffles over to Leela.
Talks.
Can I make a quick Arcana check over his notes and see if I can figure out anything that might help?
You'd be like, this was supposed to be a 3, not a 1.
I'm so happy I didn't program this thing to have emotions, because otherwise I would have hurt them so badly.
You haven't gone to the emotions part
Darling,
yet.
you don't program emotions, they just appear.
No, you can very much program emotions.
Okay. We will agree to
Sure,
disagree,
Daddy's
darling.
boy.
Did you fix your programming problem?
Yeah, it's called calm emotions.
Yeah, I have that.
Agree to disagree.
I did too.
So, DM, can I?
Used it on
Yeah.
I'm going to gather myself.
Not the god.
I don't know shit.
Congrats.
Mr. And be like, oh, I don't really know
This
what
is
you did
wizard
wrong.
shit, so
12.
Well, maybe it just needs more intelligence. It seems to be a little low on that.
Have you tried increasing the amount of intelligence that goes into it?
Yeah, but I don't want to think too hard, because it needs to hit stuff, not
Darling.
solve the quadratic formula.
Hey, darling, if you're wanting something that's just supposed to hit stuff, this is what you get.
You made it.
Where are they when they had that conversation?
Please tell me we.
Aramis'
finally-
room is right across the hall from Kai's, isn't it?
I don't know, actually.
Where are our
That's where
rooms in
Aramis' room
retrospect?
is. Where were you
I
doing
thought mine was
this?
the wizard tower.
Yeah.
It's got multiple floors.
I mean,
we have said multiple times that when I walked out of Kai's room, you walked out of the room right in front of it.
I don't think I would have been very far because I'd also said I
We're
wanted
all like
to
on
have.
the second floor.
Yeah, I'd had cool access to go outside from my room,
Yeah.
so I probably would have had like the
We're all
window.
on the second
around
We said
us.
multiple
I think
times
your
that, like,
room is like the second floor. So the wizard tower connects to the building. I assume your room is the first room out of the wizard tower. So like you have access to the immediate wizard tower windows. The windows there are your closest windows.
Eula's in the
That
master
is how
bedroom.
I-
So yeah, we're very gutted.
Eula's in the master bedroom. At the end of the hall. That's Eula's room.
Whatever, I don't care.
What are you guys mad about?
I just want to know, did I hear that
Where
he
you're
just
at.
said that I wanted to hit it, not be smart?
And I'm not mad about
I
that. I'm
just-
mad about this.
Need it to be intelligent enough.
I mean, you can come in now.
Darling,
What am I
you've,
doing?
you've done that.
I was just wanting to know, did I hear
You
the...
successfully created
Roll a
that.
perception.
All you need to do from here on out then is to make it stronger.
Well, that was already a 19.
Well, it's not supposed to. Okay, no, you were right. I did fuck
You
up
want me to
there.
tell you my
It's
additive?
not just supposed to hit stuff. It's supposed to protect somebody.
Okay. Did you look into any of the spells that I suggested?
Yeah, I fell asleep looking into them. Remember?
And
I
then
don't
you-
know.
27.
There were like 4 books on my desk.
Okay,
Yes, you
those
were
were books.
the end
You could be
bit.
anything.
Okay. So I kind of like poked my head in and I'm like, so what's wrong with being smart and being able to hit things?
There's nothing wrong with. Oh my god.
You make dumb decisions.
I'm not doing this.
You also make dumb decisions.
Yep.
So do you.
We're not doing this early in the morning. Good morning, my lord.
Don't
Red
call me Lord.
detective. Anchor.
Yeah, that's my job.
And it shuffles over to you and it's just like, bonk,
Okay, that's probably not what you need to do.
bonk.
We can always
I was
see
going
how
to
it
roll
reacts
the
if
dex
there's
to
an
take the hammer the
actual
moment
threat
it
of
did
life or
it, so I was
death.
going to roll that to take the hammer.
Yeah, I know.
Because in the mornings it does not scare as
I
much.
have to.
I mean, how long will it take us to get to the Lycans territory?
It's a 17. Do I take his hammer?
Hey, how far away are we from
Just
the
raw dog
Lycans?
roll it. No, I rolled an 18.
Nice. I definitely just like put my hand up and I like. He's just hitting my hand at this point. 'Cause it's just like.
Do you know distance
Dispel!
compared to the Lycans?
The hammer drops.
Okay.
At some point, it probably won't be able to get dispelled if you keep it up.
No, I make it. Therefore, I make it to be dispelled if it needs to be.
Spells have memory, darling. That's why some get easier whenever you use them multiple times.
Yeah, apparently they're so easy to cast. Apparently that one's so easy to cast. I can do it in my sleep.
It takes a bit of time to get to the...
You are close. You just need to refine your formula. That's all I can figure out. I don't know how you refined it. I just know
I
you need to
agree with
refine it.
giving it more intelligence if that is what Eula said, because clearly you said something about it not being smart hitting things.
It
I
just
think
needs
it
to
needs to
probably
have more
retain more than
intelligence.
one function at a time.
Look,
Because
Make it
Currently-
like one of these, and I'm just gonna like gesture to the bag.
Currently, if Meadow
Warforged.
says anything in any kind of possible, in like excited tone, it's gonna see Meadow as a danger and start hitting Meadow with a hammer.
You can get the hammer.
Okay, well, when we have the time, you guys help me make it if you want to. I said when we have the time.
But we have breakfast.
Do you want me to leave a few Warforged to stay around Meadow?
That's too conspicuous.
I mean...
Doesn't this thing look like Aramis?
Kind of. Like those,
Two Aramises is not conspicuous.
the goal of it is that it only appears when she's in danger.
Valid. And
So
to
if
figure
we
that
were going
out-
to a big ball where there may be traitors to the state on both sides of a conflict, and things go south, it'll just look like my dryad girlfriend that I'm going on a date with, and if somebody tries to hurt her for some reason, then that's when the giant fucking pseudo armor that's got a sword and shield shows up out of nowhere.
May I make a suggestion? Instead of making a new spell up to do it, why not infuse an object with a spell that she can activate whenever danger is near? Like the ring that situation has. And then store a spell in there that summons something to defend her, like a guardian.
You could literally use use spirit guardian thing.
Yeah, I could teach it something like that. I have a couple of different.
And just store a few spells in there to help defend her.
I want to put some pretty serious punch into it.
Then probably will only be able to handle one pretty serious spell at a time, but it'd be something to consider.
We'd also need a pretty serious ring for that.
I think a pretty
We
serious.
have to make one.
Oh
from
damn!
scratch.
Yeah, if only there was some way I could do that.
If only. I
think
didn't realize you were gonna propose first.
Pretty serious punch versus something that can hold something off long enough for you to get there, for you to throw the pretty serious punch.
Well, my pretty serious punch is turning them into dust.
Yeah,
That's the
the point. Something that can protect her long enough for you to get there to really protect her is what she really needs.
Spirit Guardians works pretty well.
You guys are so interesting when it comes to crafting spells.
Apparently.
Why?
Because I don't think I've ever seen you guys attempt to create a spell that didn't involve just straight up arguing.
All about how it should work and other ideas.
Mm-hmm.
Not
Y'all have
necessarily
different,
arguing.
ideas on how it would be efficient to do the same thing.
And so you do have a valid point, but the whole point of me making this is that in case for some reason I am unable to defend her, it may not be necessarily that she's defending herself, but that she can be defended.
We have a map of the territory here, yes.
Mm-hmm.
Like in our position.
I don't know.
Yeah.
Cool. Where's the lichens at?
Hey Drake, where's the lichens?
Territory. Point.
No one knows.
Where the fuck are we going then?
Correction. You don't. Someone knows. Not you. Home department.
I don't know.
Yeah.
You know, general area.
Mountains.
You could
Just
take a
mountains.
spell
Yes.
and put summon celestial inside of it or
Yes.
something
Where-
like that.
They're setting up the base at the edge of the mountains. I know, like,
I guess we go
ish
there and ask for
where,
directions.
like,
If you
I know about where they could set it up. Cause like I know like
I mean, we could just, if you
around
know where the,
where they are. I don't know.
if you know where they're going to
where
set up
they
that base
are.
part first, we could go there and ask for directions. Right? Cool. So, Megan, based on map, based on where the thing should be that Scara does know, like where the base part is, how long is that going to take us to get there if we fly on our ship?
Run your ship.
Yeah.
Un momento, por favor.
I mean, we can.
I guess we
cross
could
the-
be
We
fast.
can. Yeah. We
Will
can
it
activate
break it
the helm.
again if we
No,
just go
The only
fast
reason
this
it was
time?
breaking it the first time is because of the storm.
Alright, cool. So we
Twice.
could get there very, very quickly if we wanted to.
Yeah. we could haul butt. And I have enough to run the crew this time. We don't just have to have an undead crew.
Yeah, we can have the crew if we
We
want.
can have the crew too, but like we don't have to have an undead crew. We still have to have 5 people that know what they're doing though.
Yeah. I mean, the crew of skeletons is learning.
Given what you personally know, your best guess would be that's not what I meant to do.
I'm mostly just asking to determine if it's going to take a while. I guess since we could get there immediately, it doesn't really matter. But basically, I was going to shove all these bitches onto the ship and be like, we're leaving now.
I think y'all are missing the first part of your thing.
What?
Y'all were supposed to be having a meeting with
Yeah, no.
Tanya and
No,
Aya.
I'm not missing that.
Are we having a meeting with
Yeah.
Yeah, it was this
Yeah,
morning.
we
it's
need to
supposed
go
be
today.
everyone.
It's here.
Here?
It's here.
Where
Yeah.
the fuck are they at then? I
We're-
missed that part.
I keep saying we need to go to breakfast.
I'm down. Yeah, I've like gone downstairs at this point. I've come
Fantastic.
back
Yeah.
up.
I follow you.
Yeah, I've been downstairs already this morning, and there was no.
And I drag you with.
Yeah, no.
I kept trying to say we needed to go to breakfast.
Alright, are we good?
Are we going?
I'm heading downstairs at this point.
We're already there.
Some brekkie sounds really good right now.
Yay.
Sausage links.
When are your parents getting here?
I have no idea.
Your parents showing up.
You guys hear some noises in the kitchen?
Oh god, are they already here?
Oh my
Please tell me
God, they're
they're
making falafels.
No, that's... What's their names again?
That's what we're looking up.
You have them wrote down more accessible.
Did you ever print off their stats?
Do we have time?
You never sent me a print-off statement, I don't think, but if you have, then no, I have
emailed
not.
them.
I have
I will
not.
do that again.
Oh shit, you lost your page that had all the names on there?
It was in another folder. I forgot to move it to its own folder. Alright.
My staff. That's what it's labeled. It's cute. What are their names?
Dingy? And
Dinge.
Dinge? Well, I don't know why I have an E on the end of it then.
That's because it has.
Because it has an E on
That's,
the end
it
of
makes the G have that sound for dinge.
Ray? Ray?
Ray.
R-A-E? Ray?
Yeah,
And
Ray.
Dinge.
Ray and
She
dinge.
gave
Good.
you her nickname
Yep.
because I, as your DM, knew you would not be able to pronounce her name.
Ray, Dinge, is that either one of y'all?
No.
God damn it. That's worse. Opens kitchen door.
Looks in. Is it Meadow?
Who's in our kitchen?
No?
Is it Titania? Is it Aya?
Fantastic. What the fuck are you doing in our kitchen?
Cooking,
King
clearly.
X.
God damn it.
It's best to knock.
We did.
Did anyone let you in?
Yeah.
Ray and Dinge.
Why the fuck? And no one told us they were here. Been arguing upstairs about the goddamn
So is
spell.
Tanya cooking or is Aya cooking?
Aya.
Hey,
They're both. Like, Titania's over here, like, putting muffins in an oven.
Oh,
You tell me right now the way Dinge interacted with Aramis the last time Aramis met Dinge. You think Dinge would take the time to come upstairs and tell y'all he let somebody in y'all's manor?
yes, we're...
He would let Eula
And
Kaino,
Kaino, it's
hopefully.
our home, we're
No.
his lord and lady.
oh.
Or we're going to be, he's gonna be, you work somewhere else and we're getting new staff for you.
Good morning, ma'ams.
The
I would like to
queen
be
shows
alerted
up.
when
I'm
queens
gonna
are
put this
fucking
out here.
in my
The
house.
queen shows up to this manor, and y'all had not informed them that they were to be expecting them, and they were like, "Oh shit, the queen!"
Yeah.
Is either one of them there? Ray and Dinge there?
Yeah, they're like over next to the table, just had drinking a coffee.
Next time if someone shows up, just let us know, even if it is the queen of fuck knuckle and bitch.
It could be the smallest
Wait,
fucking orphan. Yes, I
Yes, I'll be fine with that.
would like
Really
to be
noted?
informed when there's someone in our home. When we have guests. Like shit.
They said y'all were expecting them.
We were expecting.
Yeah, I would like to know because I didn't know they were here.
We didn't know when to expect them, just in the morning. The morning's a long time.
Well, it's a good thing I
It's
did. It's
good.
a good thing I don't know how to cast Glyph Warding, because that could have been fun.
Coffee.
Yeah. Let's go get some coffee.
Oh shit, yeah, how are they dealing with this?
I don't know, I do not.
With the walking around here, because the one thing's up. And they don't have the word, and they weren't included.
Does it hurt?
That's nice.
So it didn't work.
One spell where it's like everything hurts them, basically.
Not everything hurts them, but
They are
It's-
limited.
difficult as hell to move around.
You have noticed they haven't really moved from their spots.
So did we have fun? Eula just kind of realizes what's happening. He's like, so we having fun?
I heard the flowers are in bloom around this time of year. I'm sorry, I can't turn it off.
On that note, did you carry me to your bed?
What? Do you mean carry you?
Who's Faye?
I also
Which
wasn't
one
told
is
the word, and I also wasn't
No,
included.
you were included. I did this whenever you were here, before all this started.
I was like, no, I did
This
not.
I thought you did another thing where you excluded Skara.
Oh yeah, no, that's the ship.
That's the ship.
That's the ship.
We'll get to that when we get to that.
I don't know how to fix that. Because that's just a no-no.
What do
We'll
you?
figure it out.
It's a permanent no-no.
Do it again, but this time do it for
I
him.
can't. If it's over a place that's already had that done, it just doesn't work.
Oh shit.
The first
Why
one
the fuck?
takes control.
So we'll tie him. We'll get a rowboat and we'll tie it to the back and just.
We'll just stuff him in the bag.
That works, yeah.
Bag, bitch.
You can dispel it, dumbass.
Yeah, I don't want to dispel it. That's hard.
Just dispel it and cast it again.
You know how long it takes to cast that shit?
Do it again.
Because I don't have it, like... Okay, whatever. Moving on.
That's, again, when we get to it, we get to it.
We'll get to it there.
You also don't know it at the present moment.
Yeah.
You forgot, and he doesn't know about it.
Yeah. Y'all don't know about it either.
Exactly. So...
It's fine. Moving on.
What was the discussion we were supposed to be having?
The center doesn't have any of it if you would like to go there.
The muffins just got put in.
You can finish the muffins, but if you wish to get out of it, it's the center of the manor.
So,
How did you manage to get everything except for the middle?
she did the outside on purpose.
I went from the outside in, and there wasn't enough to cover everything.
I just
That.
because you already know what it says, but I definitely, while I'm drinking my coffee, I just do this.
To which one?
To either one, whichever one of them wanted to grab it.
To grab?
Of the queens.
It's a bit funny, she feels upside down.
Ooh, your printer is running out of ink. That, or I somehow managed to do alternating lines.
I don't know either.
I also noticed that.
So I
So,
heard you guys might have worked out your differences.
you were there, Bradley. Aramis is
Yes.
You watched them
Oh.
have a
Yeah.
dirty fight.
No.
there. You were a judge.
Yeah, 10 out of 10.
There was
Are
no
you guys
hearing.
done now?
You witnessed that they did.
So,
Are we feeling better now?
what are we doing?
I still think she's an incredibly obnoxious morning person,
Yeah,
but
and?
we're making it work.
Which one of them grabbed the letter? Or did they kind of pass it for both of them to read?
I kind of passed it for both. Aya was the one who grabbed it first, but
You two got
she was
it.
also the one who said she's kind of a morning person.
Yeah.
So,
So,
is this the part where we discuss Sindrian and potentially where a war's gonna be, or...
We have the supplies for Sindrian.
okay.
We also have enough supplies to send with the lichens for both sides.
And that takes care of where we're moving refugees. Now the issue is what refugees would we be moving there, because we need to know where. There is also the entire process of if we choose to maintain the facade that we are going to be fighting each other, so that Kieran and Oberon still think they have the upper hand, or if we are going to openly come out as allies. I can imagine they probably have somebody who's watching rather closely.
I
think
do we
This
even
is
know
gonna
where
get
they're at?
technical, isn't it?
I think depending on which way we want to go with that will
Are you
determine...
going into the bag?
No, I pull out a Warforge and it just has a quill and a pen, and it just writes down what's said.
Taking notes.
It's taking notes.
I think determining which way we want to go with that will determine who we decide should become refugees. Because if we go for the aspect of him thinking that y'all are still going to war against each other, we should clear out
Closer to the prison of
closer to the
Thorns.
prison so it looks like we're preparing for a war in between the two kingdoms, versus if we're going to ally it, we should clear out a spot.
Our biggest issue, though, then...
Probably,
How do we know where this fight would take place, though?
that's why we're clearing out a location.
Well, the location
Well,
was
if I'm
planned
going to be
between
honest
Aya and
with you,
Titania.
if two giant forces are clashing and you want to side in underneath them, you don't go to where they're clashing, you go to their backside and stab them there.
The thing is that neither of these are going, and we don't know where Kieran is, do we?
We don't know where he would pop up to say hi.
Not at the present moment.
Unfortunately, what would probably be the best thing is to centralize all populace in one location and extremely heavily ultra defend it.
No.
That would just
Centralizing
mean
it
it's
all in
easier
one
to
location
wipe
would
out
mean it's easier to
everyone.
wipe it out, which is why I've set out multiple different refugee camps, not just one.
Alright.
You don't put all your
Well, each
eggs on
one's
that.
going to need the same level of defensive capabilities to hold out unless reinforcements arrive.
And that's why 2 of them involve a very secluded group of lichens that no one really has contact with. And then the other one is a camp being created by me that will be guarded by some of the army.
Do you guys think we could potentially get to a location where we have Titania near a supposed battle and get Kieran to go there, kind of like leading her?
But that would involve us still acting as if we are going to fight. I think that one is the most likely solution for how we would get them to engage in a battle where we have an advantage. However, that could also be considered disadvantageous to us because then our
Armies would be confused.
and fighting each other unless we attempted to secretly inform them. But at the present moment, we still don't know who is a traitor.
Well, that's what the point was for our traitors' ball. Isn't there supposedly someone kind of on the authorities? We'd had a list of the ones for
For both.
Titania's, so
But
we can
can't
get rid of them.
exactly, unless we wanted to do
We basically get rid of them in our
a
speech and form.
assassination for my side,
Oh, absolutely.
Which one says that?
Tanya.
Titania. Titania has more because Oberon had forces in the army.
Oh yeah,
Everyone
absolutely
wanted
being
to do an
executed.
assassination for the Traitors' Ball for my side, and then handle that side during the Traitors' Ball.
What about the people who aren't traitors but are friends with the other individuals and are convinced that, oh, they're just getting a bad rep, so then they tell everyone else? Because you have friends inside things and you don't always know everything about them or can never see them being the bad person. What happens then?
There is another one of the points.
Because even if we root out all the traitors, what's to say someone doesn't meet up with them later and talk, and then that information gets leaked? It's the whole thing of, if we come out as a unified front, we're probably going to deal with guerrilla warfare tactics all over the Feywild.
I don't think these traitors are going to get to live outside of being found out of being traitors.
If there's as many as we say there are, or as many as I'm predicting, you can be as thorough as you want, but it's still possible that 1 or 2 slips away.
Only if I guess they had friends, like you said. But all the ones that are traitors, we have a list of both of them.
If we decide that we're going to try to eliminate them, the easiest way to go about that would be to call a meeting with the generals.
Who's to say that they don't even know that they're traitors? What if they're just talking to someone and have been convinced to be a traitor without their knowledge?
This is why I think if it's going to come down to dealing with the people in this side of the army, I think calling a meeting with the generals to ask.
We're walking in a
I don't think that's any
landmine.
more beneficial. Not
Unfortunately,
until we have somewhere else to actually go forward. What are we going to tell them? Hey, we need to figure out what we're going to do next because we really don't have enough information. I'm not trying to incite panic.
there is
but you can't
always
just
a third
offer
option.
a little.
Y'all to continue to act like you're going to fight and meet as if you were fighting. And we act as a third independent party not supporting either. And whenever y'all fight, we wait for Kieran to show up and we go cut him off or hold him off until y'all show back up and back up. Wait for him to reveal his hand and then we act.
I still think that's going to be too confusing for the
It is.
Depending
Would
on-
That's why we
because
would
they
have
go
to
to
hold
war
them
and
off long
then they
enough.
just make a statement.
They would have to hold off long
They'd
enough.
be like, hey, guess what? You guys are not fighting him.
Make a proclamation that we're not going for kills here, we're going for captures. We want to contain as much as possible. Or just pretend to start going to a fight right before they clash, issue retreats, or something to stop the fighting, giving the illusion that a fight is going to go on, and Kieran pops up, we head out and hold him off until y'all show up with backup.
The thing is, I don't think, based on what we know about what Kieran was planning to do, that he's going to show up at wherever the war is going to be. The war is a distraction to make sure the queens are not there, and we're not there to stop him from getting more power from other places.
Not necessarily.
The
The
moment
battle was always meant to be where we both appeared.
The battle was always meant to be a place where two gods would possibly be slain. An easy place for him to gain power if he could get his hand on those shards before anybody else could.
Potentially, then.
when it comes down to it, it's all going to hinge on how we play our first hand, because after that, everything's more or less going to get down. You can't really hold a secret that you're fighting each other still if you start working together all of a sudden, especially from someone who has so much knowledge on the inside. Honestly, if taking out his traitors before the hand on both sides could tip him off as to what's happening. Just the elimination of information.
That would also be a very valid point.
What if, instead of taking out the traitors at the ball, we start using these traitors to feed misinformation? Half-truths. Say that a force of 10,000 will be at this location, when in reality it's 100,000. Say that a supply line's going through here of valuable material, but it's only small amounts of food and water, while the main supply line goes elsewhere.
So then, how does that handle for the actual date? Everyone that is involved in this currently is prepping for battle, and only a few days' time at that.
If that was the way to go about it, it's not what I would like.
Doing siege tactics.
It's not what I would like, but it would almost have to be as if the war were to start, and there would be a fight. It's either draw him out through a fake fight or a real fight in the beginning, or not fight at all and let him hide more. As far as I can see it. If anyone else is able to think of anything else, I am more than willing to hear.
Hey, do you have any trusted generals that you know, or you know for there's no doubt in your mind that they are only loyal to you, other than Elaine? Because I can tell you that one is only loyal to you.
Why?
Because if we want to do something where it looks like there is still a fight, and that there is still going to be a war, but we want as small amount of casualty as we can. We can make it look like there was a scouting party of generals from both sides that clashed. I have generals that I can vouch would be okay with doing that. If you have some.
Send it out as
They
like
can just-
preliminary.
They can get
If you get up here, I'm
fairly
gonna cut your nose.
injured, and then their beloved queens can save them. Before they
Tanya's
are on the
gonna
brink
speak up
of
at
death.
this point, she's going to be like, "Are you suggesting we fake a similar battle to Sindrian's fall?"
That might be a good idea, but
Are you okay?
That looked like it was highly painful.
it was. I know from experience.
Holy shit, too, sir.
Yeah.
Put him up.
Yeah.
Do you want us to check to
I'm
make
glad
sure
that we
you're not
just cut his
bleeding?
claws like 2 days ago, but that still hurt.
I am, but go
Do you need the medicine check over there?
Yeah, there's gonna be some blood underneath there. I know from experience. Wow.
She popped him on the nose from getting on her computer, and he said, "Fuck you, bitch."
That's the same thing I did with me, except he got me on the hand on Tuesday.
I think the shoulder is a little.
Yeah, I know.
That was a grab, hang for a second, and then he slid and fell.
Alright, let's take a look.
I was on my shoulder.
Pitter paddle, let's get at her.
He's like,
You can pull her sleeve down and look.
you know he was
He
panicking.
caught me because he pulled all this.
No, there's not any blood.
I think
Yeah,
I'm
it
okay.
just hurt like a motherfucker.
I think Jamor just caught her off guard.
Yeah, but just wanted to make
Yeah.
sure she wasn't bleeding.
Yeah.
Pause for cure wounds.
Medicine check.
Check for greedy fucking fat.
Good news, we don't need to use the healer's kit.
Thank God I can save it for the ward.
For your response, the response
So-
to what you just said is when anyone looks at Scarlet, the look of the most remorse is on his face for what he just suggested.
You might be on an idea, but as a different strategy.
Share your thoughts.
How many souls, shall we say, are in y'all's forces together that y'all wish to bring to the front lines? Or about, if you don't feel comfortable sharing the number fully.
My front line is.
Not just the front line, but as much as you were planning to bring to a fight.
Numbers.
And like they both kind of look at each other.
No.
You
we're not
can
doing
whisper
this.
it to me individually if you
And they're
wish.
just kind of like about 250,000.
Both of them? Damn. This is pretty matched.
Eula just starts crunching numbers.
Give or take. They weren't exactly small, but we were planning on spreading it out in waves. So in the actual first group of people that were being sent out in the initial war plans, it was only going to be about 100,000, give or take. Wave 1 of the fighting and then wave 2. Not keeping the true forces.
I know you want to get up here, but my pants don't have that kind of grip.
You just have to pick him up.
I don't want to pick them up.
That's your problem. Pick him up.
No.
Are you against the idea of making up a form of what happened at Singerin?
One operator, 3 days.
Not entirely. There's a chance it would work. But then, would that mean that that small force would be informed of the true circumstances and everyone else would be left in the dark?
For now, yes.
How?
Come on.
There's a way that we could work this, but I'm going to need a lot of help.
Hi.
Traitor.
Why did you want to?
Sure. It's my child. He likes everybody else better than me, though, sometimes.
He's trying to make her feel better. She just almost got her arm ripped off by her child.
It's okay. He's like, I'll be nice about it. I just can't get comfy.
He just can't fucking sit still.
No.
Where my child is?
How many days
Probably
is it towards
asleep.
the fight?
3. Technically, no, 3 days until the thing. 4.
4.
We could orchestrate the biggest dance party ever, and when they get there, it'll look like we're fighting. Perhaps
If-
not.
Settle our differences with a dance.
If we have the materials, if we have the personnel available, and we haul ass. It's theoretically possible to get enough Warforged ready to fake a fight. Dress them all up as your armies and have them fight each other.
Theoretically.
Theoretically.
So you want to use your Warforged as fake armies?
It's time for a play. I'm a bard, am I not? Let's put on a show.
And then
Limit casualties, but it would have to be led by actual generals.
Yes. But
So we let the traitors lead
all
it.
of the Warforged
The
are
soldiers or the titans?
these soldiers. They can, as I gesture the one next to me, it looks like a normal individual just with metal. They can look and be the size of a normal person with the right amount of cloak and armor. You would never know the difference. Aramis, if you would please put yourself on the Warforged to illustrate my example.
I think I need a bath.
If they're fully dressed in armor,
If they're
you
fully
just
dressed in
think it was
armor,
a person.
it just looks like a person.
I do the fucking Iron Man thing where I put myself on somebody.
Fucking, why'd you make that sound?
Why does it squelch?
I don't think that's what
Well, this is
metal
metal
on metal
on
would
metal,
be.
so it would sound a little bit funky, but
Do you want nails on chalkboard? I can play that.
No,
Please
we're
no,
not.
we don't need sound effects for that.
But
you had to lube yourself up a little bit.
as you can see,
That's
this
ridiculous.
looks like a soldier, and these can all be informed not to kill, to fake death, to fake mortal injuries.
And then if we had our trusted generals,
And you have your armies in reserve. We have still, to make it work, we'd probably still have to have actual people in the back lines reserved. Have your generals leading from afar.
well, that would make it where our front lines, who are our highest skill, we want to say, are ready for an actual fight against Kieran and his army he has set up. It could lower our army casualties because we both know, as the people who are running these armies, that we have people in our armies who absolutely suck, and they're just there for a body to fall.
Realistically, if we wanted to cut back on the people who are less skilled and limit this fight to only the skilled, we'd probably cut our armies in half, maybe just above a third.
So I think honestly using Eula's deception idea of a fake battle, having our front lines waiting in the backgrounds for if Kieran shows up, as they're ready for an ambush on Kieran.
I think this is going to be the best play ever. I want to give Kieran his tickets.
Here's,
Oh, don't worry.
Here's the cost
He's gonna
of
have
your
a front
tickets,
row.
though. I'm going to need a minimum of 20 million pounds of material to work with, and an extra personnel of at least 3,200 to make it to where you each have 50,000. Like I said, theoretically possible. It doesn't even have to be fully skilled individuals. I have people in there that can show them just one aspect of it.
I don't know if we would be able to get that many materials. We could potentially obtain half in this amount of time we have.
you two are.
It's
So
up
it would
to
be
that.
a bit of a gamble, but what if instead of having to create all the materials ourselves for like all their stuff, we literally just borrow your things, have them in the back line. When we turn to the actual war, they're protected long enough to don their actual armor from the things.
What do you mean?
Like the
I'm
Warforged.
confused.
Isn't that what you need the
Just
materials
guessed.
for?
Yeah, I need materials to
Yeah.
start cranking Warforge out.
Oh, just Warforged. Never mind then.
That is just cranking out Warforge.
I thought you were like
at
to
a
help get
rate-
the armor as well.
No,
No,
it's
no.
not for the armor. That is just to make a Warforge. And
And-
honestly, all you need is a cloak on them.
Can I make
Fantastic.
an Arcana check to see if it would be feasible for me to wish in that much physical material?
I thought we were gonna have to
It's
put
not-
like
You can run math real quick. You have the wish spell. But you could
What's
have
the wish
multiple
spell?
people wish for things.
You can do anything.
No, it has a
Not what
limitation
it-
on your...
It's not what it says, Bradley.
Okay, let me
We talked
see.
about the limitations of the spell.
Never mind.
You can create one object that can be no more than 300 feet in any dimension.
Could have
So
just
300
made
cubic
our
feet of raw
own.
metal.
Mm-hmm.
And you cannot make
And
that much
you can
weight
create
with
one
them.
object up to 25,000 gold piece in value.
Never mind.
But I will say, iron and copper is not that expensive.
So you could make theoretically a lot.
You would more or less be constrained by the size limitation of the spell rather than the value. I will
We're
say
going
that.
to make a bunch of Iron Men. That's your iron. We learned from your iron golems.
I mean,
Didn't we have a shit
Maybe
ton of iron
the-
golems, or did you already
We
use
could
them?
potentially do it on a
No,
smaller
they were
scale.
getting done.
yeah, we don't
Those
need a
counts.
giant scale. It can look like a small front line, scouting front lines that clash, like I said.
If that, we can do half of what that is. That's still 10 million pounds of material. And 1,600 extra personnel.
Do you not already have a lot of...
Nowhere near that.
I have nowhere near that value.
No, I
Jeez.
meant your soldiers, or have you been making other things other than these soldiers?
There's been a few different things in production, but I'm also limited by materials. I'm basically out.
Need materials.
I only have about 100.
Maybe the lichens have a stock they could
I
offer?
mean, I have work being done out back to try to collect more.
Still
I
those
have
four
no
things
idea.
going at it,
Oh yeah,
mining.
24 hours a day mining. They go 15 feet every 6 seconds.
They've
What
been
is
mining.
They have been decimating the mountainside. That's dimmer, by the way.
We could do a bit of a combination. So, we could, in theory, try to spread information leading up to when we plan to eliminate the threat of traders, we'll say.
Mm-hmm.
Spread information to try to convince Kieran and Oberon that we were reverting back to some of our earliest tactics for reclaiming the realm. We didn't have nearly the numbers to handle the battles we did then, so we had to use small skirmishes.
Guerrilla warfare tactics, but a slightly upscaled version.
It calls for less people. I mean,
less warforged you have to try
400
and
for both sides.
That should be
400, just 400?
yeah,
Battle?
each so 800 together.
That would be a lot
No, like
easier.
400 total.
Oh, 400. Yeah, 400 total. So
So
that,
that
800.
would be
That's easier. Nope, just 400.
400
total.
total.
So you're
not
making
400 from each
200.
side.
You're making 200 for each side
Okay.
with the generals that we pick. That's what we're saying.
It'd be more akin to a tactic Oberon would use, and you would probably assume it is true because that is how we had to fight in the earliest days of this realm.
Yeah. I might or might not have been doing my math slightly off. I need to add a few extra pounds to it, but it's still a lot smaller than the number. I would only need about carry the 128,000 pounds of material.
That would be
Much
something
more
that would
doable.
be incredibly feasible to do
And-
by the end of the day.
I would not even need additional personnel.
Yeah, surely you guys have that in like your vaults or
I
whatever.
wouldn't even need additional personnel, let alone.
Wait, stop.
Yeah, exactly.
I did the napkin math and I could make 250,000 pounds of iron.
Then there's the rest of your materials you need pretty much, yeah.
Could
It
work.
would be taking advantage of their arrogance.
The whole
I
thing
can
is-
imagine Kieran probably took Oberon to his side as a means of having more information about us. Personally.
When it comes down to it, if this was to work out, y'all would have to put on quite a show.
I think they can put on a show that they hate each other.
And,
Not
yeah,
that.
This one's dramatic as fuck.
Not that kind of show.
I'm gonna punt every fucking cat!
Are you
Burn up,
okay?
you little shits!
I'm talking about convincing everyone that your
Okay.
massive force that you put together is not what you're going to come out with
Good thing we
instantly,
trimmed
and coming
everyone's
up with a
clothes
good
recently.
reason for that. And I'm saying you'll have to convince everyone as to why we're jumping to small-scale wars.
It's not going to be too hard for Titania's side. We've done it more than once.
As far as the argument poses, we could at least market it as a bit of a trying to take advantage, come around the backside and cause a pinch. Have them distracted with small skirmish.
We've done multiple small
and have
scoutings.
the actual army hiding behind it.
Yeah,
Whatever works, but like I said, it's going to be up to y'all to successfully convince them that this is happening.
I think, honestly, both sides has done multiple small skirmishes like this. I've been involved in a few of them, so didn't think it's going to be too hard for them to convince.
Convincing them that they're going to, as if they are going to war, all they're really going to do is continue what they've been doing and not actually go to war.
This isn't necessarily what we've been doing. What we've been doing is on smaller scales than this. This is old tactics. These are rather large for a bit of a skirmish, small for a full-blown battle.
I think that it's very feasible and can be done. The only challenge that would happen is, one, the materials that we've already agreed wouldn't be challenging, and two, convincing everyone the legitimacy of the tactics. Now, while both are feasible and can be done, it also needs to be stressed that it cannot be half-assed.
Nothing in this can be half-assed anymore.
And then it comes down to the fact of, do we do we have it known that we are on a side or not? Or what would be advantageous with that?
I suppose that would be something you guys have to decide.
I'll have to make it look like I'm just fully on Titania's side for now.
Alright.
I am the general of her army. I have men that are very loyal, men and women who are very loyal to me.
And so then what about y'all?
DM question. Has the decree been made that we are no longer criminals yet? Like, fully announced to everyone?
It has been revoked. It was being announced later today. Like, the papers have been updated. It hasn't been straight up broadcast. It's like, if they read the paper, yes. If they didn't, then...
If they're watching the news, no.
Yeah, it's like...
Could we still play into the fact of we're not exactly the most likable people currently? Glances over.
By that you're referring to?
The traitors to the court aspect kind of deal. That went down, but leave Skara as publicly on Titania's side, and us as it's not worth fighting this force fight, not worth dealing with this right now, we have a bigger problem at hand, and kind of leaves us out of it, so no one expects us in one place or not. Allows us for more freedom of mobility, because if one was to expect us to be on Titania's side and we show up in the wastelands with Aya, could throw things into a loop.
So you want me to rescind my declaration?
Absolutely not.
No, more along the lines of have it to where this is no longer the problem right now, we will deal with this at another point, and give the facade that just stay away from these individuals right now, or be wary of them.
No, that's not a good decision.
Or just leave it alone and just don't make it fully known of anything specifically. More or less keep us as a neutral party.
I'm fairly certain, as long as you guys aren't immediately brought up in the direct...
Making the decree to be known that y'all are not against the crown is still something that needs to be done. It doesn't have to be known to the entire world what side y'all are standing on in this battle. Most of the people are not caring.
I don't care about most people. I care about two individuals.
I don't think it matters whether it says we're against them or on one or the other side.
And even if
I think
Titania
at this
just...
present moment, regardless of what happens, you guys will still be regarded with suspicion.
Yes.
And rumors will fly about.
Oh,
regardless
of course.
What I say or declare.
Ah, sure. Pastries are good. What type of firing?
It is just better to have it known and out there that this is not something that needs to be brought up at all.
Like, if we don't talk about it, it'll fade from people's forefront. There are other things that are more pressing to them. Is that ideal?
Yes, something along those lines. Best for us to be forgotten so that it can be a surprise as to what happens.
So, where do we set up this little skirmish?
What is that?
I have a few
Cream cheese.
ideas. Yeah, no, like, I just like raw dog and cream cheese. Like a weirdo.
Okay.
I would eat a block of cream cheese. Shut up, that's not important.
Moving on.
Where are you thinking about it being set up at?
I have a couple of locations in mind, and it would keep the battle far away from refugee locations.
Oh, it's probably best.
But the issue is where would actually be the best.
See, I thought if we put refugees somewhere else, Singerin would be a best.
The reason why not Singerin is because Singerin does have a opening to the Underdark, and I would rather have armies there with civilians watching the opening that has been sealed off to make sure that does not become a problem.
When did he get there?
It's so comfy.
Now, I will say this.
I'm going to
Is...
pass this around. The circled locations that are quite large are the current press locations. If it's dark
What do you mean
green,
by pressed?
like these are the ones that like Tanya and Aya both have at least one of them suggested that location.
For the war or for refugees?
The refugees are already determined.
Or
The refugees have already
the
been decided.
refugees have already been placed
Okay.
in locations. Don't look at me.
Like, forces have already started moving people,
No, people haven't moved yet.
haven't they?
He
Nope.
is one. Just don't call him one.
I haven't actually made any kind of declaration that there will be refugees being made.
Look at this little shit.
Look at that little two.
There's some small circles on here too. Is that also
No,
places?
I said large circles
Okay, just want to make sure.
for a reason. Large.
This was good. I wish there had been more cream cheese stuff there, but
There was a shit ton of cream cheese in
there's
there.
so much empty space. It was like that throughout the whole thing.
So what? It was just mostly croissant and then a little log of cream cheese right at the center?
There
Yeah.
was not a little log. There was a
That was
hunk
a
of
little log. They could have put more.
Pass it around to other people.
You was looking at it.
Oh, 3 circles.
Stupid.
Does he look comfy?
I will say this.
Is he comfy?
Do we believe that only a force of 800 would work well enough? Because I could get about a force of 1,000 together for either side.
For supplies, yes.
For either side?
For both. To have 1,000. It would push everything, but I could push up the size of the confrontation if it would help make it more believable. But the supplies would also
Why do you think that one's the best?
go up with this accordingly to
Why would you think-
about.
I would put this one because this would be closer to the territory there.
640,000.
Here you go.
I want to be less doable in a short time.
3 circles.
At best, I think we would half that.
The small amount is just fine.
500 total. 250 each.
If that's what we believe will make it most convincing. I just don't want to leave any of it up to chances to being viewed as too small.
Maybe not most convincing, but it's the most feasible in the amount of time we have, and it would be convincing enough.
Didn't say it had to be the best show. We'll leave that for last, you know, when we're slaughtering Kieran.
But it's got to be good enough.
I think it'll be good enough just to get him there. Once he's there, he's not leaving. If you'd like, I could also procure the supplies to get Kate, and I can always drag his ass back to us. If he tries to not show or run.
Which then we also need to come to the idea of if we kick his ass, he's just going to appear somewhere else later.
So then what are y'all doing about
Like
that?
I said, I can collect the supplies to cast Gate and drag his ass back to us.
Yeah, but we have to deal with his phylacteries.
Do y'all plan to do that?
I mean, we have a way to destroy them easily, but we don't know where they're at. That was our problem.
We don't know how many.
We don't know the number, we don't know the location, we don't even know the plane. We just know they're out there somewhere.
I mean, if I get close enough to them, we know that using locate object and locate creature can find them, because I'd thought about it enough that I probably could use either of those. I did a little studying when we were in the thing. That's how I was able to find the ones that were there.
Some resources in order to finding those factories? Is there a possibility that he would keep one close?
Oh, very much so.
I
Would it have to be
have.
something we worry about then?
I had
That's a very
suspicions with
vague-
Dave that
Do you think you could?
Oberon's hunting
mirror.
grounds are some of the
Do
locations.
you think he could get out of the mirror if we could trap him in there, and then we could find the phylacteries and then deal with them afterwards?
If he has the ability to shift planes, then yes, he can. Which I'm assuming he probably does.
You can get out of that with like planar shift.
98% sure you can.
I thought this was something you couldn't get out of.
I
That
also
was the
thought
whole
it.
point
I
of
also
it.
thought it said it was like a jail and you can't get out of it unless a person lets you out.
That would be really powerful for a cantrip.
Yeah,
It's
it's not
not-
a
It's not.
cantrip.
It's
This
a
is a
magic
mirror.
item.
Oh.
The mirror, not the mirror realm.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
I'm suggesting we imprison him, break the phylacteries, and then we can kill him.
What was the mirror of missions?
Something you don't want to go in.
Probably wouldn't want to have a battle near there then.
Mhm.
And stream of memories doesn't sound pleasant either. Oh, all of these have some unpleasant body of water near them. The Lake of Dreams, the Mirror of Wishes, the Stream of Memories. Out of these three, which is the lesser of three evils?
I need the Dungeon Master's Guide, real quick.
Why does it say more in the Dungeon Master's Guide?
I need to see page
That was a question for Scarab.
181.
I don't know what it said. Fantastic.
Let me see it.
So, oh shoot. It's not the one with the market.
Megan, wasn't the stream of memories the one that I took a bath in?
Nope.
Or was it up here at the Mirror of Wishes that I took a bath in?
That one.
Okay.
Was it near Drill?
Yeah.
Yes. Creature trapped within the cell can escape using magic that permits planar travel. Otherwise, it's confined to the spell and can't be freed. Confined to the spell and cannot be freed.
So that kicks that idea.
What about if we use... Don't you have this one?
Mm-hmm.
What about if we use the dimensional shackles to prevent him from transporting and then shove him in the mirror? Because somebody has them. And it means, like, they are, one, mundane manacle, like, so you cannot get out of them. And then the shackles prevent the creature bound by them from using any method of extra-dimensional movement, including teleportation or travel to a different plane of existence.
Does it prevent him from casting spells when they're put on him?
He can't.
Yes, any method of traveling between planes. So he could...
Yeah, but that doesn't... Not all spells are traveling to different planes of existence.
Yes, but the only
Yeah,
way
but that's the only way you can get
mirror
out of the mirror. I said
is-
put these on him, shove him in the mirror, then he can't get out. Basically, we arrest him, then we shut him behind bars.
Deal with all the phylacteries, then kill him.
Bad idea? Maybe, because I know he has these. I had grabbed them at one point. We joked about them a lot.
We could do that. It's just, if he knows what this is, it'll have a harder time catching him.
The trick is
But
going
it
to
doesn't
be...
always have the best success rate.
The trick is going to be getting him in the mirror once we get the trick is going to be keeping the shackles on him long enough for us to get him in the mirror.
And if this mirror was to get shattered or broken in any way, he would be out.
Well, the other thing is once that we get him on him, they have to stay on. Like it has another thing for that. It says you and any creatures you designate when you use the shackles can use an action to remove them. So we could. And if someone's trying to break out of it, it's once every 30 days they can try. So, then it's a really high strength check. So if he fails the first one, he's got to wait 30 days to try again to break it.
Not a bad idea.
So,
Better
just
than what we've got so far.
potentially.
I definitely don't think we can find all of his phylacteries in 3 days.
Probably not. Or even if we could find them all, we can't travel to all of them that quickly and break them all. My guess is he has way more than we probably anticipate.
In all honesty, I'm guessing somewhere close to 100, but that's just highballing it.
Well, he's minus what, like 3?
No.
So what,
I necessarily
97?
think his soul
We've
would have been able
broken
to
5.
handle.
Have we broken 5? Oh, yeah, because
There was 3 in one
3
room.
in the
and
one
then
room.
we
Yeah, and
did
then
2.
the other 2. I just counted by, like, different times that we'd broken them.
How many do you think there could be?
I don't think it would be able to be feasible for it to be that many.
Yeah, because when you put... So a phylactery isn't just where his soul goes back to when he dies. It is the essence of your life force goes into that vessel. If you, like, the immutable components that make you, like the least visible essence of your entire being, can only be split so many times. You know, if I were to make 2 phylacteries, then I would have to take the absolute, like, down to the foundations of the universe stuff that makes me, and then rip it in half. Souls are very powerful, magically speaking, and they don't like it when you do that. Keep dividing that more and more and more, and that's just a bigger chance for something to go horribly, horribly wrong.
It also explains his deterioration of humanity.
He might have made too many, but it's probably not that many.
There is one way we could possibly get the information.
We could always play into his arrogance and see if he'd be willing to even tell us. We could always just ask.
Or there's
We
this
can test
lovely
it.
thing that loves
only with
this
somebody you
beautiful
know, yeah?
amount of sacrifice. There's enough people here that we could give a sacrifice.
We're talking
It
about...
likes to talk to me.
Okay.
I talk to it all the time.
Now,
Nobody
he's-
knows.
It tells me information. It currently has this location blocked off from Titania.
he's lost it. He's hearing what I know. I know you're talking about the weave. I'm just trying to remember.
I don't necessarily know if that would work though. What if he has some more that are in the material plane?
Yeah, at least
It
we'll let me know
definitely
if there's
does.
anything here.
No, he does.
I imagine he probably has several that are here.
Hey, what's that mirror called?
Mirror of life trapping.
I'm not entirely against Kai's idea to
Trap him?
shackle him and then trap him.
And then deal with all of them later.
So
we do have to break a lot, so thanks.
if-
I get to be smart like one time out of 100, so
If-
thanks.
we go with this plan. What do we do if by some action we are unable to get the shackles on him? One of his minions shatters the mirror. Then he is freed. He shatters the mirror. What is the backup plan? Just
Kill him and keep killing him.
repeatedly show up, kill, repeat.
I
Is
may.
there anything that would be able to
Narrow?
make him fail this?
Yeah, womboing.
If we could make him... I have a spell that would make it very hard to do it. But if he's strong enough, he can resist it as well. But it'll ensure that he fails the mirror.
I think I can give us.
But
advantage
then,
on
even
other
if he
things.
fails that, what's to say his companion doesn't come and destroy the mirror then?
So
So realistically, we might need to defeat Oberon and try to capture Pierre.
It's seeming to look that way.
I know of a spell that might be able to help, though I need to actually figure out how to cast it. I found it when I was reading through some of the collection I got from his Lich Tower. It is a spell that is designed to, quote, snatch the soul of a humanoid as it dies and traps it inside a tiny cage that you use for the material component.
And that would be?
That's what we do.
A literal tiny cage made of silver.
No, like the spell.
Oh,
Aramis.
the spell is named Soul Cage.
How creative.
I know, right?
So you want to turn him into his own phylactery for the time.
I think it'd be hilarious and ironic.
It's fitting.
That could be a backup plan. But in order to do that, he would have to die. And you'd have to be faster than
There's
the
also
phylacteries.
Well, I mean, we got damn near close to killing him last time before he blipped away. We could always just physically hold him, and I could cast anti-magic field so he couldn't blip away long enough for us to, like, old school kill him.
But even then, that's... You're messing with the soul, which doesn't exactly... Anti-magic field doesn't stop that. This is a preset path that the soul will follow upon death.
I'm just meaning on holding him so he can't use magic to get away.
No, but if
Yeah, that's
Aramis
what they
is
did
not
last
quick
time.
enough to grab a soul, I'm pretty used to it.
I still think it would be a lot harder than normal because I feel like the soul would already have a direction that it's already getting pulled to. And you would have to fight whatever's pulling it. And I don't feel like it's going to be easy.
It is just another plan in case the shackles don't work, though.
Third plan, anyone got a way to hold on to the soul and follow it back to where it's going so we can break the phylactery? And then just kill him again and do it the same thing?
Ugh.
That sounds less fun, but like last option, you just
Whenever
hitch
you-
ride on the old soul until it takes you to where the next one's at.
Whenever you hop dimensions, do you have to travel through the ethereal plane?
That's a DM question.
Aren't there some spells that specify you?
Depends on the
Like
spell.
Misty stuff, I know. Everyone better be paying attention because before we end this session, I will make everyone repeat the current agreed upon state. Like, the plan. The method y'all have for curing.
I'm trying to research spells that I know that could.
You're
Is
still
there
going
a
to talk to
way-
the Lycans too to get that over with as well?
Yes.
Okay.
Is there a way to absolutely boost the shit out of your locate spell? As to
don't know.
use it to cover an entire realm?
I don't know if I could get it to cover an entire realm, but
I know that there's abilities and items that can be used to boost one's range. But if this was also to be the case, you would be underneath a lot of pressure. Life-threatening pressure.
I'm fine with that. Did we ever say if casting entire levels would increase the range? Because I know we discussed that at one point.
I do believe we did discuss it whenever you were casting it.
Yeah.
Do you guys?
I think we discussed no, so that's when.
I'm talking about using like some kind of
Do you know of
super
anything that will
potent
do that?
magical thing. Well,
It's Tonya.
Eula doesn't.
They're gods. Maybe they know.
Denver knows of a thing that's been used before in D&D lore to do it.
What is it?
It's pulling from another campaign, but it's magical rock stones that enhances the user's abilities, and you more or
Glowstone?
less no. I'm not saying what they actually are for like copyright reasons.
Then whisper it.
Or write it down.
I don't know if you would have that in your campaign though.
There is still just the aspect that we can just ask the Wii for locations here.
That would only get rid of the ones that are in the Feywild. We're not against you doing that to get at least part of them. But this bit is from the material plane. There are going to be some there.
Have access to. This is gonna sound dumb, but you guys can get scrolls, right?
Nope.
Absolutely
at all.
not.
That's
it's
not something they are feasible.
It's a rhetorical question.
Be like, can you get me some scrolls? Are you asking them to go shopping for you?
Look, I will pay out of pocket for it if we need to, but
Do you know where shops are?
a scroll. If we're gonna go the route of capturing him and putting in the mirror, and we're going to try and use absolutely everything we can to increase the odds of that happening, giving her a scroll of force gauge will make that process much easier. Because in speaking in D&D terms, force cage allows you to trap somebody and they can't travel through it physically, and if they try to teleport out of it, they have to make a charisma saving throw.
And she does have a very high check.
Yes.
So currently that leaves Force Cage as a backup to
Or as a setup, we get however many people we need in there to contend with him, drop a force cage on him, and he can't leave. Now, that does also have the unfortunate effect of trapping whoever is putting the shackles on him in there with him.
I mean, you guys are already gonna have to get close in order to shackle him.
Well, I planned on getting up close and personal. I'm going to punch him in the face.
Oh, I'd like to do more things than punch him in the face.
That's just where we're going to start.
Probably don't get too hard on the torture boner yet, because, you know...
I didn't say I was going to torture him.
We have, like,
Bring
literally...
you a hand mirror of the life stealing.
I mean, he doesn't really have any life to steal. He's undead.
Is he considered undead?
The mirror of life trapping. Bring you a small hand mirror that you could carry into battle.
As a smaller version of it?
It's for useless arrogance, so she can look at herself.
Absolutely not.
Wouldn't that be vanity?
Yes.
No.
Yes.
Okay, so now we're getting somewhere. So, force cage plus shackles plus mirror equals a really fucking difficult way to... is a really difficult escape from entrapment.
But in order to do that and make sure he would fail, you guys would have to ensure that he would be able to fail, which means there would have to be some fighting to at least wear him down a bit.
Absolutely.
We can do that.
Drain some of his resources, make it less likely for him to be able to escape. But that would also mean you guys would have to succeed in at least mostly isolating him.
I mean, it's really small, but they could always cast Bane on him, and that'll make it harder.
I mean, I know Globe of Invulnerability.
Mm-hmm.
Wait, no, that's the wrong one. Wall of Force.
Doesn't
That
seem
can
very
separate us off from its
charismatic.
minions. I mean, Force Cage is basically just a stronger wall of force.
I don't think it'll be too hard. I think we can do it.
I mean, worst case scenario, I can blow up all of his goons. I think
Everything is just going to be the perfect time for surprise. It's going to be what all this goes down to.
It'll have to be you guys can't miss a beat. If you miss a beat, you'll quite possibly have to go to a different plan. I think realistically, when it comes to the turns, shackling him and then shoving him into the door has the greatest chance of success. Potentially. Potentially.
Well, we don't really have much else, because unless we get rid of his phylacteries, he's never going to die, and he's going to be a problem for this realm forever.
Yeah, that's why we said we were going to trap him, so we can break all of his phylacteries before we actually kill him. Like I said, unless you guys have a way to, like...
Because I do think it wouldn't be smart to go around trying to break some
my
before
shirt.
the war.
Mm-hmm.
No,
I had paint in this
especially how the last one went for us. There's no
On the
telling what
shoulder.
other fun surprises he'll have for us.
I got that in Lake New Mexico. 90% sure it's not, but moving on.
Like I said, they can make him fail. Or like if he fails this, he could subtract stuff from like actual D&D terms. Is that if he he can cast Bane on him when he makes attacks
Probably
and saves.
inhibit his abilities.
Yeah, it makes it harder for him. He has to roll a d4 and subtract it from his attack roll, which he can do.
Don't you know Legend lore?
Yeah.
You can try Legend lore on the phylacteries.
Will it tell you locations?
If they're historically significant enough.
The more that I know about an individual, or the more I have about them, we could, yeah.
I mean, I have a whole library and 100 sheets of notes, research notes, the evidence that I gave to him. Do you still have that?
I didn't even think about that. Look at how did it go?
Make sure you get burned or something.
Just out of curiosity,
In what realm do you think it would have been smart to burn any of that?
To be fair, I don't know what you were willing to do.
I think that's to that.
Anywho.
We're gonna drop it a lot together.
That is a cat under my foot. What
So-
the hell?
Are you
When it
kidding?
comes to this,
No one tried to
We
touch
could
my door and instead
try-
it was a cat that was furry.
we could try legend lore. What it'll come down to is if it is legendary importance or not.
I don't think he's that important.
I don't know if
I
it
think he thinks he
classifies
is,
that.
but I don't think he
We
is.
could always try it.
You guys can ply my
I
mind.
just need some incense.
You guys can ply my mind for all the memories I have of him.
Yeah, we always go to some of that.
And
I
the
will
more that we know about the individual, the more precise information that we will receive.
I will
I
give.
do think the other stuff, plans that you had thought you were going to get to today are not relevant before the war happens.
I don't know if you're talking to Denver or Eula.
Eula. The going and talking to the people that live on your land.
Is that something that has to be role played
Okay.
out? Is that what you wanted?
No.
Okay. So we're good.
I
It
know.
could happen, but it
I
doesn't
know
have to
she was
necessarily
talking
be
about, she was saying that that's something she wanted to do today, last night.
Okay.
Yeah, we haven't actually taken up that much time talking here today.
This is
Like, it's
Okay.
morning. It's like, what, 8 a.m.?
got it. I mean,
9
it was
a.m.?
only if we had time.
8:15, so it's fairly early. So we're morning.
Does
roots.
anybody have incense worth at least 250 gold on them by chance?
Is incense something you can grow?
No, I
more of
definitely
a
have
stick
some up
thing.
in my room. And go get some. I bring it down.
And that was the time, yeah.
Can we collect all incense and see if we have enough?
I mean, not at the present moment.
I think I might have a.
I'm currently.
Stuck.
She just kind of.
I thought we'd moved
No.
after muffins were done.
So wait, if you guys can't move, how did you get in here?
Slowly.
They can move. It's just slightly difficult. It's not painful. It's just
I was gonna
difficult.
say, is it painful or is it difficult?
Difficult.
Her waving her arm was more like a...
And this is why we don't come into people's homes without them saying they can come in.
All corridors are covered with fog that heavily obscures them.
They be struggling.
There's a 50% chance that you will lose your way.
They go
If-
most of the way to the kitchen.
And will go the opposite direction. All doors are magically locked and sealed.
You guys are trying to get into the flower cabinet. You couldn't.
All stairs are covered in webbed areas.
That's why they didn't come upstairs.
And they are difficult terrain to pass through.
You?
So you guys are having a blast.
Yeah, fantastic.
All right, let us reiterate the plan. So we are going to create a marginally large collection of Warforged. Divide them into two sides. Dress both of them up as the two different sides we're opposing. Have a skirmish in an attempt to draw out your own Kieran. Then we are going to force cage him.
We're going to fight him for a little while first.
We're going to fight him, force cage him, put him in shackles, throw him in a mirror, piss on his wife.
No, not the
I
last
know I
part.
was lucky.
Got a little carried away there.
Trying to get a little bit of a chuckle. And
We're
then,
gonna put that mirror inside of a bag that's on Eula's hip so maybe no one can get to it.
yeah.
No, wait. Dimension things inside dimension things are not good. Never mind. Maybe we
No.
shouldn't do that.
Or how about we just...
Wait, no. Didn't you put me while I was in the mirror in that bag before?
I have. And it
And
worked
it
there, but I
didn't.
don't know if that...
It was fine.
I don't know if we're going to run with that or not.
Or we could... I could use creation to encase it in molten tungsten.
I was like, wait, you put me within the mirror inside of this.
It's
We-
fine.
It's a big mirror, by the way.
So
It's
now
like
we're gonna
5 foot tall.
Now we're gonna try and
Yeah, that's
put
why we said we're
dimension
gonna get the
shackles
hand
within the dimension mirror within the.
They had a small
dimension
version.
bag.
What if we... So if we want to keep it safe, what if afterwards I cover it in molten lead and let it cool off? Good luck getting...
Yes,
That
and
could
the
shatter
shatter
the
the
mirror.
glass.
Oh yeah,
If
no.
the mirror is shattered or damaged, everything inside gets pooped
I
out.
think it would be pretty like good if we had them in the shackles and then in the mirror. That seems pretty good.
We have to find a way to protect the mirror,
Put it.
which
Back
is why I
wherever
was
we had
saying
it in.
put it in.
Instead of covering it in molten lead and make a big lead sphere that has a small mirror-shaped hole in the middle. And then, it's a half-ton lead sphere. That's
Or because Eula definitely put the mirror inside of her bag while I was in it. I think it's
So-
safe to put him and the mirror inside of Eula's bag.
DM, because we've done it before, we know whether or not this is going to be safe.
We have done it before and it worked.
Into the fact that I knew not.
It worked fine.
The
You
bag
can put the
spec-
bag inside a bag, but you can
can't-
put the mirror inside a bag, but not a bag
You
inside a
can't
bag.
put another extra dimensional space inside an extra dimensional space.
No.
That's what rips everything apart. So I don't know.
No, it's like a square can be a rectangle, but the rectangle can't be a square, that kind of thing. You can put the mirror inside the bag, but not the bag inside the bag.
I'm pretty sure it specifies any extra dimensional space.
Nah, not
Placing
at all.
a bag of holding inside an extra-dimensional space created by a handy haversack, portable hole, or similar item.
So it's
instantly
just putting a
destroys
bag of
Bag of
holding
holding
inside of an extra. So if you put a different extra dimensional thing inside of a bag of holding,
That's
it's
what
okay.
I said, a square can be a rectangle, but a rectangle can't be a square.
I don't know. That's going to be some technical stuff. that DMs
I don't
will tell
know.
us.
Putting an extra-dimensional thing inside of another
I
extra-dimensional
mean, we've
thing.
already done it.
But that was
Hey.
before we knew.
Knew that it would break it. And then we had
Putting
the whole thing
That
about
was it might have only been that one moment and kind of just a oopsie daisy fluky.
Putting an extra
Like,
dimensional
out of
thing
character, by the
inside
way.
of another extra-dimensional thing makes me think that it'll break it like a Gmod prop.
Okay.
We'll have to, our DM will have to get back to us on that.
Yes. Currently, your DM is trying to look up the Mirror of Life trafficking versus bag of holding.
Just trying to Google it.
Me.
I mean, if not, we could always carry like a jewelry box that is like, good to protect glass, like basically packing peanuts.
I mean, we could
Yeah, we
also
could put it in a
just
box.
kind of
Does
put it
Eula
in the
cast
mirror
Legend
and
Lore
then
when we get the
pass, haul ass out of there. I'm not
Yeah,
sure
that's
if we
it.
have
No,
the
the kid's
incense.
running after we grab
No, we
him.
don't have the incense.
Yeah, we don't have the
I
incense.
said when we get the
We
incense.
could.
I would try, yes, but I don't know if that's going to be a today or whatever. It's going to be a DM, like, when can we get incense?
Yeah, I have to pee. Well, we're discussing things then.
They wanted us to be able to have the ball next week, but it seems like I guess it's going to be a whole nother week before we get to have that.
Oh, yeah.
So I'm trying to be like, will you get this? Can we do this? Can we just time skip to a ball next week?
At the present moment, what are y'all currently doing? Because y'all are still kind of discussing what y'all need to do.
Meeting a sausage mic.
I think we had gotten how we were dealing with Kieran down.
Yeah.
Alright.
We've come, I think
Yeah.
we've more or less reached an understanding on everything. The only thing we need to know now is how to locate phylacteries, and the thing that we're coming up with trying is using legend lore.
I think we've got a decent plan.
And Scare's author statement would be that we should have the battle or near the Mirror of Wishes.
So what does the Mirror of Wishes do?
Fucky with mind if you look at it.
No, it's if you swim in it. But if you're a Fae, you're fine.
So what if we're in the middle of the fight and he just says, your horror water, go that way, and then we all get doused in mind water?
Well, then I guess we'll just have to find a way to fix you later.
Well, yeah, I'll fucking live forever now, I guess, so you'll have plenty of time.
Who's getting broke?
Right.
We are.
I have to use the restroom now.
Over someone's name.
Okay.
Are we good? Have we made decisions?
I'm not really sure. You guys all started taking bathrooms.
Sorry, I had to pee.
Quit drinking so much beforehand.
It's not beforehand, it's during session to stay hydrated.
Quit drinking so much during section. Dry
I've been
hydrated.
sitting here for a
Die
couple of
out.
hours. No.
Dry out.
No.
I've been here for almost 3 hours.
Exactly.
Not that hard.
Flatter that long.
So, we're making Warforged to fake a fight. We're trying to trap Kieran in a mirror and then locate all of his phylacteries and destroy it.
In the mirror, yep.
Trying our best to defend the hell out of the mirror once he gets in there, because the entire time he's in there, people are probably going to start breaking it.
No. I'd be like, alright, war's over.
No,
Kneel,
I'm saying
bitches.
his people will still try to break it.
Exactly, war's over, kneel, bitches.
Are we going to have to keep Oberon before you put Kieran in
Yes.
here?
I would suggest doing that first, because I feel like he would probably have the biggest chance of breaking it.
Valid. You know, that'll be fun. That one, we don't have to leave alive, right?
No.
Cool. Cool, cool. Just making sure. Just making sure.
And while that's all happening, the actual armies would have to be fighting off Kieran's forces, whatever he has planned.
Yes.
So there is still risk for casualties.
There are going to be casualties no matter what we do.
Oh, there's always going to be casualties, darling. We're just talking about how to mitigate them. No matter what happens, there's casualties. And in all honesty, there's a very high probability that whenever this all starts, Kieran won't just pop out of the shell, and then it will go into a war of us versus him, and then we have to fight our way to him to then use this mirror.
Yeah. We can always, for like protecting the mirror for a little bit, just use my tower for a bit. And once it go in there, nothing can get in. They can break it, but hopefully he doesn't have any more fucking iron golems.
We could also have Aramis attuned to the one necklace, and as soon as we get Kieran in the mirror, he changes dimension with us to get us away.
I thought he could cast that spell already.
You could just give the mirror to Barney to put it on his wall.
That sounds like a bad idea.
Sounds dangerous.
I prefer to keep it in our possession.
Oh, I would
to
too. It was
understand
just funny.
what'll happen with it.
Yeah, but he can cast that spell already, basically, yeah.
I don't know.
He's been using it. Isn't that what he's been using?
Planar shift, and every time he's been connected to the amulet,
Using it.
he attunes the amulet, uses it, and then
Okay,
attunes
yeah,
to
we
something
could do
else.
that.
So, where does that leave us? We won't be telling we won't be telling the armies as a whole that we're not fighting each other, so we'll still have to
They'll go and kind of just be in hiding.
We will secretly drop off a force of 250 Warforged to each of you for you to dress up as your own armies and send to battle.
We'll pick respected generals to lead those warforged into a small,
Spectre.
very fake battle.
we will need to first and foremost deliver the material to me without anybody else knowing or raising suspicion. I can deliver the individuals back to y'all through teleportation circles if y'all can ensure that nobody else will be around to see them at the time.
You know that would put you guys at great risk for being discovered for being on the lady side. You would have to do this with absolute secrecy.
Yes. So
is it a big
as
deal
long
that
as
we're
y'all
discovered
can
on the side?
as long as y'all can pull all individuals away from teleportation circles, I can drop them off just via teleportation circle. Stay here at the manor and just send them through.
You know what's funny?
I just need some chalk. Lots of teleportation chalk, please.
She is distributing Warforged to
So,
I'm an arms dealer.
at the present moment, you need incense, you need materials, you need teleportation chalk. Is there anything else on your expensive shopping list?
$1 million gold.
2 million.
Absolutely not.
Why not?
Fine, $1 million platinum.
Even better. The keys to your treasury. I'll get it when he's king anyway, it's fine.
I believe that's all in order then. And everyone get ready to fight like hell in case anything goes wrong. Or, sorry, let's try this. When something goes wrong, because nothing ever goes according to plan.
Have you guys been making the list?
I have a Warforged just making a list. He's writing on everything that's being said.
Yeah, but is Denver gonna remember
actual
that?
list.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I have enough that we're doing. I thought our backup use, or like our for backup use, was the Force Cage thing, the spell that Aramis was going to use. Then we'd had going to use the Dimensional Shackles and then pushed into the Life Trapping, the Warforged are disguised as armies to do the fake fight.
So, at the present moment, the plan is to do the small skirt. And what about the Traitor's Ball?
Are we
That
going
occurs before?
to just lock up the traitors, or are we going to execute them?
I thought we were just using them as a way to
Are we going
send
to
false information
Are we
to
going to
Kieran.
send false information? Are we going to imprison them? Are we going to kill them? I don't think killing is the correct option.
I think sending false information wouldn't be too bad.
I'm saying... I think using them as false information for the next 3 days would be something that could get out to them. But I still don't agree with their meddling, we'll say.
We could always use them to send out the false information. And then as we're dressing for battle, we have them locked up.
In the Prison of Thorns?
It doesn't have to be the Prison of Thorns. You guys
I was
both have
thinking
places
more of
to put
just
them in
a
jail.
Prison.
You guys both have like
Extra
dungeons, don't
dimensional,
you?
something that cuts off communication to the outside. I'm sure that you have that. Let me phrase this. I know you both have that, whether or not you talk about it or not.
Mirror of Wishes.
Works for me.
I don't know how your prison system works,
Yeah, I don't know what it is.
but whatever works.
What is that?
Don't go swimming.
Are we gonna drown them?
No, the Mirror of Wishes, once you go in, you gotta like it. You see your favorite bullshit, and then you keep going down, 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 down.
And then you drown?
More or less. Or you're trapped forever.
So basically,
This is before you joined, by the way.
Yeah, I was like, I don't know what the fuck this is.
We passed this before you joined.
The Mirror of Wishes can be used
Alright,
as
so
a means
what else
of
you got
trapping
left?
someone's soul beneath the surface.
Mirror of
They
Wishes.
can be revived, but they are essentially, for all intents and purposes, dead.
Oh, fantastic. So execution anyway.
You can bathe in it though.
Don't wanna.
I did.
You see the ghostly forms of all who have been sentenced swimming under the surface. never to escape. But they're capable of being brought back. Technically.
So we want to put them in the Mirror of Fishes.
Do you have your generals in mind? And he looks to Aya.
That's someone I can trust.
Alright, so I wrote that down.
So we.
Potentially trapping.
Yeah, we would like to write this
personally
down.
think
You will
we should
need
execute all of the
160,000
traitors for
pounds
their
of
crimes.
materials to
You
make the
guys are taking a
Warforge.
bit of a
To make
softer
500
approach.
Warforge.
Personally, I think the only way to deal with a traitor is to end a traitor.
Can we make how many were forged?
500.
This is where we take notes, bitches. You guys would die without me and Megan.
I'm so proud of you. I used to take notes a bunch, but then you start taking notes. I'm like, I'll only take the important notes.
And you never
You just have way more detailed
Yeah.
notes.
I took notes. I have the staff's name.
Yeah, those are important, and I know you have them, so I don't have them wrote down.
For the meantime, I'm going to be making it look like I am the perfect general for Titania's army, like I should be.
I guess I'm there too. Okay. Are we done with it? So we can... Are we all in agreement on that part?
So is the plan now to throw him into the lake?
No, that's what we're
No.
doing with
No,
the traitors.
The traitors.
At
The traitors go to
ball.
the lake.
For 3
Off to
days.
the lake with you.
Yeah, for the next 3 days we use them to send false information to Kieran. And then
then-
right before the war, basically at our Traitors Ball thing, that's when we put them in the Mirror of Wishes.
Are you able to handle the false information yourself
It's a,
to Aya? I think you can do that.
I'm sure I can manage. Especially
so,
if I need some help from some of my generals.
if we are throwing them in the lake at the Traitors' Ball, we need to probably have the ball close to the lake. Transporting them halfway across the entire realm leaves a lot of time for...
I can set it up like I said I can.
Could set you both up the night before.
Isn't that where we wanted
Camps.
to have the war anyway? Pretty
It
much
is.
near there?
It's one
Near
of the
there.
options.
That's the option that I said would be the best one, and the one that Scarra said go for.
That's
So,
what Kai had
Have
suggested
each
as well.
Yeah.
group set up on one side of the lake.
Fantastic. Can we just shove them in?
Yeah, that's the one that I had said go for.
That's where some of the
That's where the survivors would be. It'd be relatively close, though.
refugees.
Sindrian is a lot further away from there than it looks on the map.
Still relatively close compared to everything else, though.
But would that be a bad idea if it was on like
No.
the other sides of the lake?
Well, not if it was closer to here.
Not if you just fucked up the centaurs' lands. Fuck
Yeah,
them
fuck them.
centaurs.
Yeah, like
In order to get there, you have to cross over this little river. And then go around. Or you would have to go entirely through Mithrandane and completely go around. The likelihood of them being able to accomplish that in a short amount of time, while already engaged in battle, is kind of low.
So for our forces though, they got enough time to get to those places? Like if we left now, could they all get there or no?
I'm sure that the mighty queens have a way of moving their armies around relatively fast. If not, I can drop them off relatively fast, but that's going to be very, very conspicuous.
But
And
also
we need to
could
be
have our-
inconspicuous.
I'm gonna need the
Friendly.
rest of today and at least tomorrow to work on getting the people moved out of there, though.
Are we having
Considering that
Alethea
particular
going to
location
be
is
there as
also
well?
home to nomadic tribes, I can't imagine that will take too terribly long. Nomadic
But-
tribes?
Casually
you-
finding where they decided to roam, and while they're roaming, gonna take just a little bit of time, but I'll find them. I'll get them moved.
Seems like we're
So-
more in agreement still.
Alright.
I'll still clear out.
Let's get the
people
final
along
details.
Prison of Thorns to make it look more like we're preparing for a battle between the two
It
kingdoms.
straightens up our notes. Makes our Warforged straighten the notes.
Just kind of gestures to the Warforge. Like, alright, let's get our facts down correctly. The final nitty-gritties of it. Need 160,000 pounds of material delivered to me with 160,000 pounds of material. 60.
I got it.
Alright.
I fixed it.
60,000 pounds of materials delivered to me without anybody noticing. And then delivering back to you each 250 Warforged without anybody else noticing. Y'all disguise them as your troops long enough to convince everybody and move them into position for the fight. Then we convince everyone it's a fight. The night before the fight, we throw all the traitors in the Lake of Wishes.
Mirror of wishes.
Mirror of Wishes. The whatever the fuck, Knuckles.
It's a lake that's called the Mirror of Wishes.
The Mirror of Wishes. We then deal with Kieran wherever he shows his ugly head. Hopefully take out Oberon. Then take Kieran and trap him. Locate the phylacteries. Well, have the phylacteries already located via, hopefully, legend lore. And then destroy the phylacteries. Kick Kieran out of the mirror. Keep it safe until then. Kick Kieran out of the mirror. And kill Kieran. Does everyone sound good?
Like a pretty good plan, yeah?
So your battle ends up becoming a two-parter.
Yes.
Well, what was that?
So your battle ends up becoming a two-parter.
See, we're always gonna have to bring Kieran out for a second time and actually kill him.
Yeah.
Because then I don't think I'm the only one to be like the only way to do this is Kieran is going to have to die.
Die or some inescapable eternal damnation.
Kieran is going to have to die. He's escaped death long enough.
Ah, yes, your friend has demanded it. I forget. Alright. Sound good? Looks at us. And then looks at the queens.
Sounds feasible, and it sounds like we're going to be incredibly busy for the next 3 days prepping.
Where's
The
your
train
thing
is
with this
all-
hammer to be as a gap right now? Pretty funny.
And with that, I consider this meeting adjourned.
Oh god.
And I summon him.
Oh shit.
Spectrumus,
Fantastic.
the table is a threat. Attack it.
Missed.
Damn. Alright, that was funny.
Okay, dismiss.
The thing it actually hit was a plated cheddar on the table.
Oh shit.
Motherfucker.
Better mint that
You're
shit.
minting that.
I don't know mint, remember?
You better learn.
I can just make you another plate.
I don't
I
care.
want that plate.
Plate. Fix it.
Anyway, so are we good to go talk to the Lycans now? Is that the thing I got to do?
Yeah.
Little bunny foo hop through the
Alright.
fairway.
How fast can I pump out 500 Warforged?
Guess now since Eula has to do 500 Warforged, I'll go talk to the Lycans myself.
Oh no. I don't need any. I just need the materials. I put the materials in the bag. The Warforged come out. I don't have to do anything.
Yeah, Eula's like, I
I
don't
don't
gotta
have to
fucking
do
do it.
shit.
She's like, I'm just gonna put it in a bag.
I put it in the bag. They take care of the rest.
Yeah.
It's automated as fuck.
Anyway, we can fast travel. Have we unlocked fast travel? Fast travel to, like, I guess the first
Well, we have to
location.
figure out where the Lycans are. We still don't know.
We know where their first base thing is going to be. I had suggested just popping there,
Scare mission.
roleplay asking, hey, where's the nearest, like in...
Well, I know where-ish it would be because I've read enough of the fucking, like, reports to be turned in to know that they're like, well, we're in, like, this region of the mountain.
Nope. You don't get those reports. There's a whole general that deals with them, and that's the only set of reports he does. Because the only one that's from there. He's not one of your close buddies either. Like, I mean, you guys work together, but secretive and quiet in general.
I meant I receive his reports.
No. The way he operates is relatively isolated, more so than the average general.
How long will it take you to figure out where they're at then?
Especially dealing with lichens.
Oh, I don't know.
That
Are you
don't
asking
really
Eula or
be
Scare?
messed with all that often.
Either or whoever could figure
Eula
out
was
where
figuring out how long it would take to build all constructs and have them ready to go.
Then Skara.
Take about... How do you get it fully functioned in 24 hours? All of them ready?
That's a good time. How fast can you find the lichens so we can discuss with them?
Like that wasn't.
I mean, I can tell you where they're
About
not.
500 or 4 to 24
That
hours.
Doesn't help.
I mean, technically it does help, because if I can tell you where they're not, I can tell you they're not going to be there.
Yeah, but can you eliminate a lot of places, like the majority?
Can you tell me places where you think they would be? I can try to take a look and see if they're actually there.
We could always punch it fast if we could get within
No.
5 miles, right?
I can do a magic thing. I can look at any location in the Feywild via clairvoyance. Any location while I'm in the Feywild. I can do it once for free, and then every time after that I have to use a spell slot. There's a chance that'll trigger a memory, but I can do that, and I can see if any areas are lichened or not lichened. I just need to know locations to check.
But, yeah. We know that they're somewhere in the mountains. Could you not look there, or does it have to be more general?
It needs to be a little bit more specific than that. I pick a location, I'm more or less as if I'm standing at the location looking around. I can jump it up in the air and look down. That still would be like, if it's that high up to cover the entire mountains, I'm not going to be able to see a camp. Not even able to see the manor that we're at currently.
Nice. And we don't have even close to like where that camp they talked about would
I
be
think
at, like that one that they said they were going to put up.
To that. I believe at least our darling prince can have some ideas. Like I said, we can check a few different places.
And I can give you the ideas of like where I don't think they are, because I definitely, walked through that area of the mountains for days on end and never found a fucking lichen.
Or I just thought of this. I know his name. I could always try to cast sending to him to Finril, and see if he can tell me where they are.
Can you get any more noodles? Or is there any more?
There's like 3 noodles left.
You could try. He would probably be a little shifty about the random communication, but if you'd explain who you are to me, maybe he would understand.
That's everything left.
Everything left. We're not going to get this done later.
Try sending the clairvoyance or clairvoyance and sending.
Sending.
Do we know Fenrir enough to use sending?
don't
Don't
know.
you have to be familiar with him?
I'd be familiar with them. I don't know if a name would be familiar enough. That's up to DM discretion.
Familiar enough to know about them?
You just have to be. All it says is a person who you are familiar with. That's all it says.
I mean, it's just a spell slot that Eula hasn't put enough of right now, so I mean...
More than just a spell slot. Nobody liked that joke, alright.
Okay. Here's your odds.
Odd.
You can attempt to cast.
Fantastic. Cast Sending to Fenrir.
Well, we won't know until we try, darling, so... I guess we try. I cast Sending to Fenrir.
You could even put the title on there. What was his title?
Before I cast, do I need to call you Scara, Scaramouche, or Prince Scaramouche?
You can call me Prince Scaramouche.
Fantastic, 2 words.
Or
Are
just
there
say the
many
Prince.
more, or you could just say Scaramouche, are there many more Scaramoushes?
I cast it.
What do you say?
Hello, I work with Prince Scaramouche. We are trying to find your location. Is there anything you could tell us to help us locate you? That is exactly 25.
Good job. But the location, just give us the general area and we can find it from there if you think that's safer. Blake. Bruh. You're gonna get hyped up on sugar, my dude.
I don't think the spell worked.
1 moment.
No, that's what Eula would be saying, and you can determine whether or not something happens at that moment.
Panicking and be like, well, shit.
That's sort of like,
Guess
well,
you're
I
not familiar
don't
enough.
think this worked. Probably name's not good enough.
Southwest
Never mind.
the mine
Southwest
in
of the mine,
Artusa,
in Artusa,
outside the mountain range.
outside the mountain range.
North of Fordstone.
North of Fordstone. Those words mean
Please.
anybody to anyone else.
Don't do that again.
Please don't do
He was
that.
very grateful that I did that.
You should know exactly where that is.
Where's Fordstone?
That mine is where I, shot you in the ass with a firebolt to shoot you through the tiny hole.
I don't know the name of locations, darling.
Yeah,
Hey,
southwest of mine and that what?
What's Fordstone?
I don't know.
You're the only one that had any moment in Fordstone.
Is that where you got your ass kicked and knocked out? And then we met you?
Spice purrs at your shoulders.
Mmm!
Is that what that was? I don't remember where that was. I could have swore that was further into the wastelands.
Nope.
No,
This is
we did that before the wastelands.
Okay, so Fordstone was the town that they go spicing?
Mhm.
Fordstone. So they all were there.
Fordstone is south of the Hatcher's Cottage.
South
But-
of the Hatcher's Cottage. Nice.
Yeah.
So
Oh, I
north
see
of
Fordstone.
that-
That's how that sets out.
I see Fordstone.
Oh, nice.
Director.
Good. So that should give us Fairly, would that give you enough location for clairvoyance?
Wait. So no Fordstone, and then he said what of the mine?
Southwest of the mine in R2 is outside the mountain range north of Fordstone. I wrote it down.
So they're basically right there.
Can you... is that specific enough for you to pinpoint where you need clairvoyance to work?
Should work.
I mean, I don't think she has to waste another spell on clairvoyance. We casually just...
We could just go there, I
need to
guess.
We
Go
could
there.
go there, and if needed, we'll use clairvoyance from there.
Alright, cool. Let's go. Punchy. So when we find out his shit, please tell me we can deal with that quickly.
Put him in the bag of holding.
We don't know. He tries to... What happens when he tries to get on the boat?
Oh, I wasn't getting on the boat.
Are you not going with us to go talk to...
No. Eula was asked to go talk to them. I gotta go talk to the people.
Oh shit.
Yeah, I gotta go be diplomatic as fuck, boys.
Who the fuck are you talking to then?
The people we gotta send there.
Okay, cool. So we don't really have to roleplay it. Or you can if you want.
I mean, we'll probably have to roleplay mine.
Yeah,
it's negotiations.
yours, not the people's, maybe?
Yeah.
Alright. Go then. I
Are we
guess, are
doing
you
this
taking
tonight,
Aramis
DM?
with you?
We can keep trucking on if y'all are still good.
Yeah, I
Why
want to
was-
go to the bowl next time, and you guys bullshitted too much. I want to get dressed pretty next week.
That's too hard.
I'm gonna strangle them all.
Alright.
What? I haven't done anything.
Are you taking Aramis with you? Aramis, are you going with Eula?
To discuss with the Lycans?
Mm-hmm.
I guess we
Would you
can't
like
let her
to
go
with me?
alone.
You good?
Yeah, screw it, why not?
See what the fuck happens.
I think that's a bad idea.
I think
What?
it's
Me
great.
going with her?
No,
we're
we're
going
going
alone.
alone.
Yeah, no, that's a bad idea. Come on.
Yeah.
Alright.
And of course I said I wasn't leaving this bitch to go alone anymore, so I guess I'm going with him.
We're splitting the
Where
party!
are you two going?
Apparently he's going to talk to the people we're trying to go there.
Alright.
Like, trying to get put down.
Before we head out, I'm going to make a stop by our mine, because that's over where the ship is near. I want to kind of like look at progress, see where we're going.
Oh, this looks smooth sailing.
Awesome.
It was a little slower than you expected. Like, it's not going quite as fast. It almost looks like one of them had to stop to repair.
Nice. I'm going to get one of them that looks fine, one of the ruin guards, and I'm going to bring them with me.
Okay.
A ruin grinder, sorry. Not ruin guard. I'm taking one with me.
Okay.
Alright.
Fast travel music.
So,
We get on the ship.
and you guys get
I
there.
pull out the warforged to help man the ship.
And you guys get
We
there.
get to the helm and we blast their ass there. We're there like a minute.
Oh, you're blasting ass?
I'm
You
blasting
getting your ass blasted?
No, I'm blasting everyone else's, including yours. Hang on, darling.
Congratulations, you contracted syphilis.
Hang on, darling. With a smirk and a glint in Eula's eye, you hear these words.
Oh, come on. I was the one who made it that so that the shit doesn't get fucked whenever. I'll fly.
I would love to see how that happens. I would like to see the perspective from the ground on that. Just.
I fly off the back of the ship.
You know, we stated what comes out of your mouth is about to be what starts happening.
I'm sorry.
We love your tisms.
I'm sorry. I wanted to say something that I thought would be slightly amusing.
We love your tisms,
Yeah,
but
I'll
we
use
did
it.
start saying what comes out of your mouth is going to start happening to you.
Just be careful, because one day it'll just be like, alright, that happens. Keep it up. It's fun. We love to deal with consequences. Alright, we arrive. Can we locate these lichens?
You see a small camp. The edge of the mountains in the woods. Wrong one.
Nice.
Did I ever
Gonna land. Is there a place to land the ship?
Nope.
Fuck.
Keep it in the air, fly down.
Huh? Darling, would you like to hitch a ride?
I could just feather fall.
If you want to do that too, you can. I'm just gonna fly down.
Feather fall.
Alright. Whee! Life. Wings. We fly down.
Alright.
I'm not landing at the lichen, like in the center. Going to more or less station ourselves. We're gonna land about 1,000 feet outside the camp.
Okay.
And then start walking towards it.
An older gentleman kind of starts walking out with a young woman. Looks kind of similar to him, a bit like his daughter.
Alright. I guess we end up meeting about halfway out from the camp, or...
Brother.
Closer to the camp, they're walking kind of slow.
Excuse me. Hello. My name is...
You're the magic one.
That would be correct. I'm assuming you are Fenrir?
You did in fact contact me. I assumed you knew.
Well, I had a name, nothing much more to go on.
Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you too. Just kind of bow.
Just do a little wave.
No, we don't do that here.
Ah!
This isn't there.
Are we
He
more
just, like,
formal?
has
It was like, yes, we're actually doing this not full of diplomat. I'm down with this.
He was like, no, this is not the courts. Don't do that.
Oh, thank fucking God, I hate that shit.
I just give a little wave.
Try to lead with the best foot.
Youngling of yours?
Traveling companion helps keep me and everyone else safe. More of a bodyguard to an extent, and close friend.
It's complicated.
Not like that.
It's complicated and extremely platonic.
Helping each other out with mutual problems.
Y'all did not make that sound any better,
It's
and
fine.
I want y'all to know that.
It's fine. They don't need to know our life story right now.
What brings you this way? Refugees heading here already?
More or less to figure out the specifics of the letter via in-person and contract to ensure everything goes smoothly.
Alright, you want to know?
Let's hope.
Listen to the people who are in charge.
Got
They
it.
tell you, hey, don't go there, you're gonna fucking die. Maybe don't go there or they're gonna fucking die.
Pretty simple.
Pretty straightforward. Everyone contributes to the village. Whether it's basic cleaning, helping cook, going out to the mines, hunting, you help.
Understandable.
Fucking terrain out there is rough. And if someone isn't contributing because they don't want to, everyone else is going to suffer for it. If they can't, we can make accommodations. Just about
Don't be a lazy ass.
something useful anyone can do.
Been there, done
You
that.
can read, look at a map, just look. There's something you could do.
Yeah, I wish my tribe knew that I could read.
Understand more? We're not opening that though. Not
I
the
wouldn't.
time or place for you.
I would not suggest it.
Mind your
Alright.
manners. If you act like a piece of shit, you're gonna get treated like a piece of shit. And I can promise you, mountains are not forgiving.
It just gets
You work
stitches.
together, you listen. That's all I expect of them. If they want to show up here and act like they deserve everything on a silver platter just because they're from the city, then they can go find their refuge in the city.
Understand?
Otherwise, listen, do as you're told, and just be honest.
Alright. I pull out the stone. I contact Skara.
God damn it. Skara?
Alright, darling. So, negotiations are relatively straightforward and simple. First and foremost, make sure the people that come here know that they have to do whatever the fuck they're told, and if they aren't, they're not allowed to be here. Secondly, Everyone's going to help out in shape, form, or fashion. Does not matter where you come from. Does not matter what your status is. You're going to help one way or another. And listen to what everyone says. As long as you can send people here that are willing to work, willing to listen, and cooperate. That's all that we got.
That's no problem. I'll make sure that is what everybody understands is what their rules are if they want to go have their refuge there. Otherwise, they can go to Cindrian.
All right. Well, that's all on our end. Anything from you?
Nope, I'll let y'all know when I'm sending the first group.
All right. Would you be okay with whenever we're sending a first group over this way, we contact you how I did the first time, just to give you a heads up, because I'm not sure how well we can. I'm not sure exactly when the first one's coming, so I don't know. We're not really able to stick around too long.
Do I need to know when the first one's coming? I told you how long I'd be here.
Sounds good.
Show up.
They'll be ready whenever they show up.
Got it.
Fantastic. Make sure the call's ended.
All right. Well, seems like everything's sorted out. They're going to get people here that are willing to follow your rules, and if not, they can kick rocks somewhere else. Now, I do have a question for you that's a little bit more personal.
We haven't known each other long enough to get there.
Damn.
More of
It's like,
a
nope.
question of business arrangement via me and you. If you're up to some kind of idea like that. I hear you run a mine.
Oh, God.
Aaron's just...
I'm looking for some way to procure materials for myself and finding a way to purchase them.
Are you wanting us to be your supplier?
If you're willing. I have...
There's only one round of terms that we agreed upon, and we will have it written up the next time we meet. You can look over it and see if they're acceptable.
Understandable. I will say I'm able to help to work the mines if needed.
Want to know the basics?
Sure.
We give you material, you pay us, or you die.
Sounds fine.
She was like, I can deal with that.
Payment is gold, food, work, or barter. Or any of the above.
Whatever suits the fancy. You can change from shipment to shipment if you desire, as long as both parties agree. I don't give a fuck. We have shit we need. Doesn't always have to be money.
Would something like this suit for a small amount over a given time? And I'm going to kind of be like, I'm going to reach into a bag like, 1 second, I need to back up for a second. And I back up a little bit of ways. Don't get too surprised.
Probably won't.
Pulls out the Warforged Rune Grinder, which is a large
dwarf.
construct. I've had dwarven friends. This is able to mine on its own accord and works autonomously, and it can work 24 hours a day.
Alright.
If you're given instructions.
The shit gonna freeze in the mountains? Do you even know?
Shouldn't. It's been working fine wherever I have it, but I don't know how well it'll do in the cold. It's been...
Shit gonna break if it falls?
Shouldn't. If it does, just hit it with some fire, it fixes itself. Put it in the fire, it fixes itself.
Shit gonna kill anyone?
Don't get in the way of the hands, and it shouldn't. I can make it to where it'll listen to you or whoever's in charge, and it'll do what it's told.
Try it out, but I'm not gonna guarantee I'll accept this as payment simply because I don't know what the fuck it is. It looks like a big ass toy.
Sure. If you want to try it out, you're more than welcome to.
We also have an abundance of cattle. We also have an abundance of beef, if that's a thing.
We can do beef as well.
That's more like it. I like where he's thinking.
We have a lot of it.
This,
And it is
borrowing or using this right now for setup of good terms, show of faith, and then we can talk beef for other payments or continue use of this in the future. Because I'm not saying whatever this mines up you have to send to us. I'm saying keep whatever you need from it, we send a small portion.
Like what that one's thinking. I got men that could probably outwork that son of a bitch.
Would you want beef or would you want the whole cow?
I also got women that could outwork that son of a bitch, and they're scarier.
Would you want
That one knows what we need to survive.
Would you want beef or would you want the whole cow? Because you can...
We can slaughter and send you pre-cut versions of it, or we can just send you the full carcass after it's been killed.
Yeah. We can send the carcass, but we won't send the actual cattle. They're
both. We can use bones.
They're a unique breed.
Until we can shore up a little bit of their containment outside of the area that they're working with, we prefer not to send live cattle too far out.
They
Provided they don't survive up there.
You'll just kind of hit Aramis with their tail at this point.
shut up. I know what I'm doing.
So, sounds wonderful. Be in contact.
You're probably gonna do it regardless.
I try to be at least somewhat casual and formal with it at the same time.
You cannot be casual and formal, so you're probably just formal.
Yeah, more or less just formal. Try to be nice though.
Alright.
Where the manor that used to produce all the wine, Starlight Winery, we're next to the...
You know where you are?
No. There you go. That's where we'll be if you want to talk.
Been around here longer than that building has.
Let me know before you show up, and don't get too freaked out with the flowers.
Okay.
You'll get it when you see it.
Sure.
They look a lot like this, and just kind of turns head.
Alright. Flower. Good for you. Find y'all a bit strange, not gonna lie. Y'all aren't from around here.
Nope.
Nope.
Original material plane.
Weird.
Yeah,
Very much so.
Life story's kind of a bit of a tumble.
I don't want your life story, kid. Please stop.
Alright,
I
well,
wasn't going to tell you my life story.
we will get out of your hair. You can let me know how this works for you, or how it doesn't work for you, and we can go from there.
One more thing for your prince.
Yes.
If they have sensitive ears, bring earmuffs.
Sensitive ears to noise, temperature, or all the above.
Sure.
Got it. Well, pleasure doing business and talking negotiations.
Straightforward. Nice. Don't do that.
He tries his best. Alright, well, we'll get out of your hair.
His best is really awkward.
It is.
I know.
Do you have a way to get back up, or do you actually need a ride this time? That's what I thought.
Shut your mouth. I have ways back up. It's just a matter of expending spell slots.
Do you want to expend spell slots, or do you just want to take the easy fucking route?
I don't want to expend spell slots.
Alright, now you're taking the easy fucking route. Get on.
Okay, I do the Iron Man thing.
Okay, so you like Riker. Got it. Strange ones.
Yeah, that's the point. Also, for your information, I was not going to tell him the thing about the cattle.
I also thought you were about to.
I
You
was
were
worried. I
just
was like, you
straight
don't
up
need to give him the
selling
whole
cows.
fucking cow, because
Yeah,
then
no, we're not
it
giving him
would
a whole
do
fucking
it there. And we don't need him to do
We
that.
don't need to do
No,
it anywhere else but us. We are trying to monopolize. We are corporate greed.
So we
Motherfuck-
send him dead.
I fucking knew what I was doing. I was going to... The only thing I was going to say is that they have a tendency to be an invasive species. You don't want them anywhere except for where we...
I also thought you were about to just. You were like, they're really rare. They're just. You were like, they're really rare. They're just up in it. And I was like, don't say. They just repopulate.
They're just cows.
They're just
They're
kidding.
just cows. Just cows.
They're just...
Just cows.
They're just cows.
None of us had faith in Aramis.
None.
That makes me...
It was-
That makes me more than a little bit sad.
Well, it's not
Like,
that.
I
It's
know-
more like you're...
Like, I know there's precedence, don't get me wrong, but like...
you overshare at
I
times.
want
honey.
you. I was kind of hoping you guys would think Aramis like learned at least a little
That's
bit.
why that's why Eula didn't cut you off at the very beginning, but you kept talking about it. I was like, okay, they have enough information. They've agreed to it. We can shut up now.
No, I had no faith in you
That's why I was like, that's why I didn't cut you off at the beginning.
from the beginning.
I had faith in you at the beginning.
I didn't.
You've learned a little bit.
That makes me sad.
Alright, so we shoot back to the manor in about a minute.
I get people going. The people who go, I don't want to work, which is probably the nobles are like, I up and like get your bitch ass a century and try to live, bitch.
It's gonna be even
You can
worse.
stick around here, but you might die.
And the people are like, I don't mind working. I'm like, you can go. And then a couple little old people are like,
Hey, Scara, darling.
I am in the middle of trying to say what the fuck I'm doing.
I know.
Shut the fuck up.
I'm pretty sure you would be doing this as Eula got with you with this information, too.
I'm telling her.
Yeah.
I know.
She's just doing a run through.
Okay.
Let Megan
Continue.
have her thing of this is what I
Anyways,
did.
the old people.
I was trying to say what I was doing, not having you interrupt.
Alright.
What I was doing while you were talking to the Lycan and shit.
Go on, dude.
No.
Little old peacups, little old people, they were like, it's really hard for me to do something. I'm like, can you cook? Yeah, you can go cook for them.
We'll make it work.
Can you read? Yeah.
Can you do-
Congratulations.
Can
You're a
you
babysitter now.
Can you make a fire? Then you can go work for them, probably. Can
know
you
how
do
to
that?
Read
Like,
a map.
No.
Can you use a broom?
Kai probably walking around.
Do you have two good eyes? No, sir, I don't.
Kai's walking around also with me. Sees some people like wrapping bandages around other people. It's like, you can go there. You can help heal them. Like,
You can cure wounds. And you can cure wounds. And you can cure wounds.
You get a health potion. You get a health potion.
Bradley, what is with you and always mentioning your traumatic backstory?
that was really cracking me up when Finra was like, I don't
Okay.
care what happened to you.
I wasn't gonna fucking tell my life story. Did you say life story? Bit of a tumble dryer, honestly. That's about it.
No, but you straight up went, wish my clan cared about me reading, and everyone just went,
Well, damn.
Don't care.
okay, Mr. Buzzkill. Like,
We have cattle.
We have Moors.
so now,
I'm sorry, he came off as a hard ass.
You can
He is
go.
in
I don't
fact
know.
a hard ass.
Aramis was kind of like, yeah, I can respect that.
what are you saying to Scarab?
Oh, this man knows what he's doing.
Another update on the refugees. If any of them have sensitive ears, either to loud noise or cold, they're going to need some kind of protection for that. Whether you provide that or they do, you probably need to let them know that beforehand.
Okay.
This could have been
Well, this
stealth.
is like... I don't know what
A
to do
waste
for the rest
of
of
the
this.
stone.
You can also hang up, it's fine.
How's your day?
I'm gonna hand it to a random kid. Screaming that.
Hey, Scara! I was smarter than Eula! I said it, ooh, ee, ooh, J, what I want to make back. Ooh, ee, ooh, G,
So is the part
It's usually this long.
rock.
Hey!
Don't break it. Just take it back. It ends up hanging up because she banged it.
Shit. That's what, did you really? I was like, did you fucking,
let that
we're gonna
actually
run out. And if we go to 0, it might break.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure, yeah.
Yeah.
I don't think it has a zero break thing.
No, so I send all the people. Just kind of roam around those areas we were talking about for the next couple days. Sending people.
Alright.
And I do split them between Agma and Aratusa. as we
Yes,
go.
if 0 charges, roll a d20. 1, and the stone explodes.
Yeah.
Or 1 stone explodes.
1.
Yeah, but we only have 4. You guys, we wouldn't be able to communicate with everybody anymore. You dare break my thing that my mom made us. You guys fucking stress me out with this shit. I was like, don't get it to 0.
Yeah.
It also takes longer to regain things if it's at 0.
So, you guys have 3, I repeat, 3 days.
to
That
prepare
outside
for
of things we can talk about, like outside of session, we can talk about what we want to do.
We could realistically have it to where you guys all have to tell me, like write down a literal list of what occurs on the 3 days leading up to the Trader's Ball. And at the beginning of next session, we have to go over what everyone does with those 3 days.
Sounds
That
fun.
gives you 1 week to write or type what y'all do. Everyone say this. You have to write or type what you do. Or I'm
Who
going to
you
punch
do.
you in the balls. Or
And
the face.
Or the titties.
Please don't punch me in the balls.
Let's
Then write down what you did for 3 days. Or type it.
Oh, that's
And
it.
if you are involving other members of the party,
Tell
you
them.
guys have to work together.
Nice. Question real quick for you.
No.
Can we have a shower?
Do we successfully get the materials delivered to us?
Oh yeah, no, like
Hitting-
they're back
hitting-
by the time y'all are.
Nice. I will try to success. I will give them a heads up, more or less via calls, and drop them off,
Okay.
like
you
with
trying
Warforged
to
back off,
unplug it?
Cool,
via
cool.
teleportation circles.
Neat spaghetti.
Nice.
Got the spaghetti.
Alright, I just want to make sure that they were effectively
Are
delivered
there
to me
any
hitting.
questions, comments, concerns, complaints? Please don't complain.
Dress code.
I'm sad that the session
No,
has to
ma'am.
end.
It is 11:40.
I'm sad the session has to end.
11.
This is why you guys need to get your shit. We were all here by like 5
Alright,
o'clock.
so. Bye!
Good night.